Yeah, we'll postpone it until 1974. Gotta make the whole run around.
Hello, welcome, patrons
here we go.
to the.
Sorry.
Good. Hello
I don't
and
remember.
welcome your pain and sorrows. We absorb all of them as we crush your soul between our hands.
Oh, that's what it was.
What? Having some troubles.
Hello and welcome, dear patrons, to Tables of Tartarus, section story off of Purgatory Corner, the Library of Dreams.
That was the weirdest. That was the weirdest way I've ever heard someone say that. Well, hello
I was
and
trying to remember it.
Hello and welcome, dear patrons, to the Tables of Tartarus, a chapter of Purgatory Corner.
Chapter.
Yes.
Chapter. Okay.
I am your storyteller, Sinspeaks, and today we shall be continuing the tale of shifting fates. Come on in, take a seat, and let your imagination run free. And I forgot to do this a little while ago, so I'm going to be... Huh?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. Wow, I already just killed the mojo thing. But no, I forgot to do this a little while ago, so I'll be doing it at the beginning and I'll be doing it at the end. But we have a patron on Patreon, and they are at the first layer. So we're gonna be shouting them out from the beginning and possibly the end of the video. Usually just the end, but I'm probably going to forget the end, so I feel like I should do it now. But Pastry Boy Fritter is now a $3 patron on our Patreon. So thank you and welcome. And
holy money!
Yeah, he's been there for I think a month or so, but I've forgotten to do it because I forgot that was one of our things on Patreon. So, hello, welcome, thanks for joining. If you guys want your name shouted out as well, feel free to pop over there. Or if you want to help influence this story or many of our other ones, creating NPCs, towns, cities, BBEGs even, or important characters, feel free to go to our Patreon, and that's where you can do that. I enjoy doing that a lot. So, anyways, that's the self-promotion there, as well as another tidbit. We just reached 100 followers on Twitch, iPocket, and so to celebrate this fact, on August the 8th at 7 p.m. PST, instead of doing Monster Hunter Rise as we were originally planning on doing, we're actually going to be doing a very large group Gmod prop hunt game. So if you guys are interested in joining that or just watching in and listening in, tuning in, all that fun stuff, feel free to head over to our Discord. You guys will see the event for it. You guys will see when we do it. We'll give an announcement for it and all that fun stuff, or just hit that follow button on our Twitch and you guys will see it when we pop up with it either way. And yeah, we'll talk more about that near the end of this stream. So, today I have with me Averin, Bill, Ellie, Oliver, Rowena, and myself. Hello, all. How you doing?
Surviving, somehow.
Fair, yeah.
Doing pretty good, Sin. How are you today?
I'm doing pretty good. I am dying inside, but that's only halfway because of the heat. It's actually been kind of cool lately, so it's been kind of nice. But, last episode, ladies and gentlemen, we saw Averin desperately attempting to keep Rowena focused away from the group for their entire long rest. And boy, did she do a good job of it. They took a mighty detour. Rowena slept in 110-degree heat for like an hour straight, started hallucinating, having some rough times, just having a lot of issues in her brain space. As she got back, Ellie started, kind of being passive-aggressive to Averin to some degree, kind of distrusting her and her magics, which, to be fair, it's well-deserved after so long, but yeah, Rowena's also in that boat, or should be in that boat too. And the two, Rowena and Ellie, fought for a while, and then after they were done fighting, Bill decided to step up, kick down the door, because he's there now, for reasons that you'll see if you go into the other episode, and yeah, almost got shot by an arrow when he opened up Rowena's door.
Yeah. I would have gotten away with my plan too if it weren't for those meddling Ellie and Oliver not using invisibility and getting past the thing.
I mean, you still technically get to get away. let me put it this way: you still technically get to have your plan go off as you desire, just simply because we're still leaving Rowena here for rest.
Yeah.
No.
Wait, what?
You want to wake her up and be like, "Hey, bitch, get your ass up."
It's only a short rest.
Ellie said
Doesn't that
that
doesn't
Rowena
make
will
sense?
rest until Bill gets back.
That's
and then
true.
we're going to the king. That's what Ellie said.
Only
Because
3
Rowena did
short
not want to
rests.
rest. It's like, okay, fine. You can rest until Bill comes back. And then we can all go together.
Oof. Yeah, so you guys, Bill has
Yeah.
now come back. He's talked to some of y'all about some of the stuff he's been going on. I believe, Bill, you dropped down your weapons, if I remember correctly.
I
Oh.
gave the dwarf the weapon.
Mhm.
But I still have my weapons on me at the moment.
No, I meant the ones you have in your bag of holding, like the glaive and stuff.
Oh yeah, the glaive,
Okay.
the rapier, and the armor that we had.
Yeah, I don't
They're just
remember
kinda
what the armor was.
I don't either. I remember it was armor at this point. I remember you had when we were talking out of campaign. You're like, I'm pretty sure it's like a shield. And you're like, no, it was armor. It was like, I think it was chainmail.
That's right. Yeah. So there's chainmail, there's a glaive, and there's a rapier. If I remember correctly, only the rapier can be used by your party.
I don't know. Ellie probably could use the glaive. She's got the strength.
You could, yeah. Ellie could probably use the glaive if she doesn't want to fight.
I think technically Rangers have the same weapon proficiencies as a fighter. They just they just have a lot more abilities for ranged options.
You are correct. Rowena could use the glaive if she would want to.
Rowena just got a new bow, you guys.
got double magic
Hey, I'm not
times.
saying you have to use the weapon. I'm just saying you theoretically can.
I think I can use a rapier.
You can, yeah. And then
Bill can't use the glaive, that's for certain.
And then I don't think any of you guys have anything above light armor. And
I think Artificers usually get medium armor, but maybe I'll have to double check that.
Yeah, let me double check that. You do have medium armor, so you and Rowena both can use medium armor if you so choose. Let me double check chainmail real quick.
It is medium armor.
Yeah. Mostly wondering if it gives you disadvantage on stealth.
I'm certain it does.
Let's see. Chain shirt. Oh, it doesn't. But it does give you a max. It does give you a max of 13 plus 2 from Dex, which I think might be worse than Rowena's.
That would reduce my AC or my dexterity score by 1 while it's on. But how much AC does it provide?
13 base.
So my AC would be unchanged. My
Yeah,
AC would
same with Rowena,
unchanged.
actually.
Yep.
Wow, that's disappointing. God, I hate 5e armor. Jesus Christ. All right, well, yeah, you can wear it for flavor if you'd like to.
Sell it for money!
Or sell it for money. It's actually a really well-crafted armor, so you could easily sell it for money. It's absolutely beautiful. So they're both I'm trying to remember what metal he made them out of. Does anyone have Arcana? I don't think a single. Well, everyone's half proficient.
I have a +5 to it, but I don't have proficiency.
+3.
Everyone and Bill are both half proficient. If you guys want to check, kind of, Averin and Bill specifically, if you guys want to check if it has any magical properties, roll me Arcana at disadvantage.
Sure.
I mean, I can give it a whirl. But Bill's got a -1 in intelligence, so.
How did we get such similar?
They know the same.
Yeah.
And,
Like Averin doesn't know like the complicated magic stuff. She knows it's shiny, I can sell.
Yeah,
or I can
fair.
The rapier?
The rapier is nice. It looks very pretty. They're very well crafted, arguably better crafted than most of the weapons you've seen. Avrin, you can guarantee 100% that the rapier is better than the one that you have, just by sheer design. Your rapier kind of looks like it's been dinged, hit, kneed a couple times, and bashed into a wall, probably because it has on multiple occasions.
Yeah.
But that rapier looks fucking pristine. The glaive is also just really beautiful, really well crafted. They're both white. That's what I'll say. They're like white with silver specks to them. Except for the handle. The handle is normal colors, whatever those may be. And the chain armor, it is fucking beautiful. It is glorious. It is pristine and beautiful, and literally looks like it was crafted yesterday. It probably was.
Yeah.
I just like pick up the rapier, do little things with it, and then like realize, oh, I should probably ask for this. She looks at Bill and she's like, "If I may, my friend,
Huh?
are you planning to? Is this rapier for anyone in particular, or can
Not
I?"
really. I don't know what weapons everyone can use, and I picked it up, and the guy didn't want them, so I brought them for you guys to figure out who wants what.
Huh.
He's making me a new sword, so
Ooh.
ignore the fact that I have like 4. But bag of holding, more weapons the merrier. I did lose my mace, however.
Mm.
I gave it to a dwarf because I can't really use it. It's a bit too big for me.
Mm. Well, this rapier in particular looks quite my style, so I will simply just take this.
Cool.
Thank you.
Bill gives you a thumbs up with his dragon hand.
With his talon hand.
Yeah. All right. Well, this is my rapier. Did I went and looked in my inventory to like see the stuff, and I see like a +1 rapier in there. Is that the rapier,
Yeah.
or where did this come from? Okay, sweet. It just kind of appeared.
Yeah, it's because I just added it. But yeah, effectively, it's a magic rapier. You can't tell it's magical, though. It feels nice.
It's a surprise.
A surprise tool that'll help us later.
That is the worst reference. Jesus Christ. Oh, I hate that reference, but I love it. All right, yeah. So you guys kind of talking. Avrin, Rumia, you would know at this point that Bill's here. Ellie kind of said that you needed to be up when Bill was back, but I mean that's up to you if you actually want to listen to that or not.
I mean, to be fair, she knew Bill was there. He kicked open her door and got his
Yeah.
foot stuck.
Yeah.
She almost shot him. Or something.
Yeah, I lost 1 arrow with that. So, update that. And... Arena's gonna head on out. Just take down the spell.
Okay.
And call Ellie back real quick.
Oh my.
Oh no.
She's calm. She's like, Ellie, can you please come here for a moment?
The amount of anxiety I have above game right now.
You have anxiety. I had anxiety. Choosing to do
I
this.
have.
Choose a different emotion.
This doesn't even involve me, and I've got anxiety too.
Okay, coming. And I will walk over. Walking.
Going everywhere.
Walkie.
Okay.
Walking. There you go.
Okay.
I'm assuming you want to talk about something?
I understand why everything happened. Okay? What I
Okay.
don't understand is exactly why you don't trust her still.
I'm assuming you mean Avrin.
Yes, I mean, unless there's someone else you don't trust.
At this moment, it's just Avrin.
Is Avron listening to this?
You absolutely
better
can
not
if you'd
be.
like. You'd have to roll sleight of hand. Sorry, not sleight of hand, stealth.
Oh, please, she has to roll
You better
stealth?
not.
I had to roll.
I'm not gonna notice. I'm focused on Ellie.
regular
stealth or
regular
sleight of
check
hand?
or
Stealth.
yeah. Well, that's
Watch Bill stops her.
Nah. Bill's chaotic good. He's joining.
Just
walk that
Oh
direction.
my gosh.
Everyone wants to listen.
regular
Just
check.
nah.
Oh Jesus! Yeah.
What?
You get advantage actually because of your
Cape?
She would get
Feet.
noticed.
because of your boots.
Oh yeah. Okay, another one. I'll just roll another. This one better? Ah, that one's better.
A lot better.
13 and 19. I don't know what your guys' passive perceptions are.
My passive is 16,
Ellie's is
so I would know
15.
Bill.
Okay. So yeah,
I'll just-
100%. You guys can tell. Bill, you kind of see Bill's beak, kind of at the door, but it's Bill. Avern, you guys don't notice at
Yeah.
all.
Bill.
Oh, this
it's
is gonna be
Bill.
bad.
Bill just kind of exists there, and honestly, I don't know what you guys were expecting with Bill.
Fair.
Just
At this
casually,
point-
just nah. It's just he attempts to stealth, and he just walks in front of the door and just stands there like zoned out.
Can I help you, Bill?
Nah, I'm just watching.
I would
Oh.
prefer it if you didn't. I would like to have
You-
a private conversation with my sister.
Okay, I'll leave. Rolling a deception.
Oh.
She's being so nice right now.
Yes, but this is Bill.
This is true.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
That was almost a 30.
So he did leave.
And this, my friend, is why bards are skill monkeys.
okay.
You have such unbelievable faith. He doesn't ever lie to you. You have such faith that he's about to leave that you legitimately are looking at him, and you just look at Ellie, and he takes like 2 steps to the side, but you legitimately just pull him out of your mind.
I'll just like close the door. I don't think I'll push it all the way to latching, but like I'll close it and I'll be like, yeah, he's gone. He left. I trust him.
the absolute.
You better not try to slip in.
I could technically, and you would never notice
Oh
because
my god.
cloak.
Accidentally
But I-
steps on him.
The sheer faith that you had at that moment, just like, yeah, all right, he's gone. Cool.
Bill's
I
just gonna
believed
look
him,
at
and I don't care really about anyone else. I guess you could listen. I would really prefer it if people didn't.
I'm
But-
just imagining this all
It's
going
gonna be
on
stressful.
while Oliver is just like sipping some drink or something, just like, yeah,
Oliver
okay.
knows to stay away. Oliver's
Yeah, he's
smart.
just like straight up talking all the time because he just saw all the ferocity. You have Ellie, and he already got threatened by Irina this morning.
Yeah.
Just sitting there like, don't pay
Fair.
attention to me, please,
Oh
for
my
the love of
goodness.
God.
I almost forgot I threatened Bill earlier. Or not Bill, but Oliver.
Oh no.
Yeah. Everyone
Lord.
kind of was threatened in
Yeah.
the heat of things.
Mm.
By the way, Bill just like takes 2 steps. She closes the door slightly, and you see Bill like slowly look over Avrin and just shrug.
Oh my gosh.
Good God. Alright, yeah, so you two feel pretty much alone at this point.
Never alone when Everett's around.
I listened to you all before
Mhm.
my nap. So, if you could please just listen to me, you could take a seat on the bed. I'm going to do a little bit of talking now.
That is perfectly fine. I am all ears.
Okay. And Marina kind of just does a little bit of pacing. She's a little bit nervous, you know? She says, you said there's a lot of things that happen without us even knowing, and that you don't want to be naive. So, how do you know I'm not playing you? I might be using you all as a means to an end that Father has tasked me with. He's told me to kill Oliver before. He's abandoned you. Why would that mission not be something that I would keep in the dark from you?
Because if you actually believed or had a mission like that, we wouldn't have stayed together this long. And you would have probably sought me out to kill me or something like that when we met in the tavern in Greytown. That's where things are different. Is if you had a mission like that, then we wouldn't have met in the tavern. You definitely wouldn't have been saved from the orcs.
My mission might not be to kill you right away, though. It might be to just have someone or a lot of people around me to help me stay safe with my missions.
Knowing Dad, that's definitely not something he would believe. Considering that your first mission was basically a suicide mission and you were by yourself, how does
As
that
far as you
explain?
know, that could have been my mission all along. To have people with me when I go to complete the so-called mission that I told you. I'm just what I'm getting at here is, as long as your doubts are coming from what you said just a little while ago, with you doubting Averin because she's a rogue. I'm a scout in the Elven army. Like, she leaves mysteriously. You said that. I leave to report to an army commander, and you don't even know what else. She keeps secrets. What makes you think I don't? You even said she might have the same goal as you, to keep everyone together, but going about it in a different way. But you doubt her sincerity with trying to protect me? Because she was private about it? And then
Yes.
that doesn't make any sense. You guys pushed her to say it out loud, and yet you still refuse to believe she has good intentions. When she's actively leading me to safety. When she could have just stabbed me in the back and secreted herself off after alerting the monsters that, she just stabbed me. But she led me back. I mean, you wonder why it took me so long to get back here, right? And I got lost, right? But she led me back. And you want to know something else? Like, what about the time between when Averin found me and got me back to you? It was the library that she led me to. Between when Averin found me and when we got to the library. And from when I left her with Bill. Like, what did I do? Do you know? There
Now
should
I
be
think
doubt there, because there's hours there, Ellie. What did I do? Nobody else saw that hallucination. I could be lying about everything. And you still trust me more than someone who just didn't want to confess to Bill that she was going to follow me?
Yeah, because as I've seen many times, she has idolized Bill as if he's some sort of god, and she has been to all sorts of places and has walked with Bill many times before. If she's not around us, she's either by herself or with Bill.
And I, in the same way, idolize you as my sister. But I've abandoned you.
You didn't abandon me because you had a prior life to me. It's not abandonment. You're just finishing up what you had before.
So
I mean, after this war, my plan was to go back to Mercy. In a sense, that's abandoning you because I could just go back to the Citadel and live life with you.
so
However, it's not. It's just we had a life before each other, and we have some touching up to do. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to not include you.
Which is great. That's fine. But I'm trying to understand how you're seeing Averin different than me. Is it because you don't know what she did in her past? That you doubt her now?
I think the baby's
I
crying.
mostly, yeah, I know. I mostly doubt her because just some things simply don't add up. And because they don't add up, I'm very curious of like what's the actual story here. Like
Okay, what
as
doesn't
much
add up?
as the like yes, I know you're sleep deprived and everything. Well, was sleep deprived and everything. The caverns are confusing, but those 7 hours is concerning to me. I mean, who knows where Averin went when we were in the library. She could have stayed in the library or left the library to do something. I have no idea because I didn't see her. Yes, I know I'm making assumptions and I can't keep track of everyone. I mean, Bill has gone left, right, and sideways in this cavern alone and I guess found something of the sort and talked to a giant. I just,
And you
I
trust
guess
Bill?
not. I trust him enough that he will be okay to care for himself.
But you don't
That's
trust Averin in the same way?
Averin, I'm sure I trust that she can care for herself and everything. I'm sure of it. I mean, granted, she was kidnapped and everything. However, I don't trust her intentions. I don't know why she's staying with the group. I mean, we each have our own reason. I mean, Oliver, it was to try to cure the disease that his village got wiped down by. And for Bill, it's, I guess, more of convenience and, in a sense, trying to deal with the gods at this point. To just try to get back to his master. Which, dealing with this war is technically the fastest way to deal with the gods, in a sense. And me, I know that if I go back, I'm going to have that survivor's guilt that everyone is going to die and not be able to return home because of me. I could have helped in some way to return even at least 100 people back home rather than whatever the previous number would be. Like, again, that half elf that dragged himself all the way back to the lines just for assistance, and he was passed by so many people, but he was ignored by so many people, is not right. And I want to change that. That is why I am continuing. Because, in a sense, if I'm being honest, and I was going to maybe talk to Oliver about this or something, but if I'm being honest, if I were to find out that there was something or someone that has, in a sense, sabotaged all the work we have done up to this point, I would probably up and leave. I would probably contact Arthur or Jackson and ask them if I should keep continuing on. Like, why did they continue the fight? Just to try to keep myself going. And if it's not the best answer to keep me going on a war that's already sabotaged, that all of our effort, all of these months were worthless, I'm already tired as is. I don't want to try to recover all the lost amount of time and blood and tears and people back. Because, like, what would you do? What would you do if you found out that someone has sabotaged and tried to make the war continue? And while we are trying to make it stop.
I'd win it.
Yeah, but we want the war to stop for both ends, not just the elves. That's where you and I are also different. I want the war to end with very, very little casualties, if not just basically none. Just none or basically very little. And even if the war does happen, then it's going to be a loss on both ends, not just a win for the elves.
Yes.
So we are here to try to stop the dwarves from fighting. And hopefully we'll be able to. But we will see. That's what I'm worried about. I don't know what her intentions are, and I don't know why she is still here with our group. She seems like a wonderful person and everything, and great to be around. I just do not understand her intentions here. Especially at this point on, why she is sticking with us, or well, also popping out occasionally without us seeing. That's what I want to know, because I want to make sure we're all in a sense on the same page and not prolonging this journey, because I don't know if I can really push myself to go on a journey I wasn't expecting to be this long and this rough. Because originally, I was simply looking for Jackson, and I somehow ended up in Greytown rather than Mierce. So that's why I have trouble trusting, especially at this point, because we're at the very crux of this war and very turning point of it. I mean, after we talk to the Dwarf King, we're supposed to get the passageway to the orcs somehow and deal with them next. And that's it. And then we go from there.
Okay. But hear me out. You don't trust her because you don't know why she's still here. Why am I still here? Do you know?
Our kid's doing a squeaky toy at the moment, so.
Squeaky, squeaky.
Oh yeah, it's one of those those weird squeaky duck things. I don't actually know what they're called.
Mm.
It's a rubber chicken.
Chicken. That's what it was. You good, Ellie?
And for
Oh, sorry.
I figured at this point it either had to do something with me or, in a sense, tried to save your dad. Which, yeah.
I mean, that works out. But if that's true, then why can't Averin just be here for, I know that you kind of thought of her as a sister at one point. Like, maybe she thinks of you that way as well. She might be staying for you. She might be staying for me in order to pay me back for saving her life.
I mean, that is a chance, but
And I think we should go with the most obvious thing. Because if we have to jump through so many hoops to get to a doubt, doesn't that make it a little bit more doubtful that that is the correct answer?
Fair. But we can just play it by ear then. Because at this point, again, it's the turning point of the war. We'll find out where everyone lies at this point and where things will go. Because I mean, we'll see if the people we even have now will want to participate in the war, risking their lives if it does happen.
I just think she hasn't done anything to earn your mistrust so devotedly. And
Fair.
with how hard you were going after it, like, if you don't trust Averin for the little bit that maybe could be happening, you have more than enough reason to not trust me then too. Like, let me ask you this. Who's to say that I'm not only keeping Oliver alive until I can make sure my friend is safe from the infection? You don't know all that much about me. So, let me tell you this. That friend who's infected, Faye and Lestrade, Faye,
Mm-hmm.
she was my sister before I ever even knew about you. And that that bond goes back further than with you. Possibly further than we might ever get. So, having that bond, why would I not try and keep Oliver alive? Just for her.
You know what? You're right. From what I heard, Faye's doing a lot better. And I'm sure she is, because if she wasn't, Oliver would be killed by now. And if the medicine wasn't working, Oliver would be killed by now. That's just how things are, from what I've observed. It's no offense to you. I'm sure the anger of your sister, the death of her, would have angered you so much you would try to find a way to kill him. And you might even use his own disease that killed his own town against him, so he can join his people. So, if that were the case, then that would have happened already. You could be slowly poisoning him for all I know, or Faye's doing perfectly fine because he was able to help her. Because that is just what he does as a good person, as a good doctor.
But you see where I'm coming from, right? You have so much more of a reason to distrust me than you do Averin. Like, who's to say I'm not manipulating you? In order just to get you, just imagine with me here.
I've met manipulating people. And to say the least, if you're trying to manipulate me, you're doing it awfully nicely. And
that's the best way to do it.
You're not the manipulating type to me.
Well, that's how I want you to think. Do you know what I went through?
Is that what you want me to think of you?
Do you know what I've gone through in the army? Do you know how I've been trained? Do you know exactly what Father wants me to do? I don't think you've heard any missions that he's given me from his own mouth. You've only heard it from me. Like, if you trust me with such important information to give you straight, clear, why don't you trust her when she says she was trying to protect me?
Because I didn't want to believe that you, of all people that I've seen so far through these months, was a week in a moment in these caves. You've seen worse. that you hit a point that you needed someone to protect you, that you actually allowed yourself to be vulnerable enough that you would turn to Avrin, where I know for sure, at least I believed I did, that you were strong enough. And if you weren't strong enough, I'd hope that I would be the person right there to help you. However, for some reason, Avrin was there instead of with Bill. And you know what? I'm glad she was if you were feeling weak instead of your usual self.
I mean,
And you're right. I don't know if I should trust you, but I do. Call it a gut feeling, call it the blood that runs through us, but I do trust you. It is what it is. But you're right. I'm not like Faye. I haven't known you all your life. I don't know the missions you've gone through. I don't know Pancake. I'm not Pancake. I haven't been there to cheer you up when it's been a rough day at training or whatever. I don't know that. But you also don't know me. You don't know how far that you don't know how much Littlefoot Force means to me and what I gone through there. And each day I had to deal with in the tavern that I had to work in. Each day I dealt with Jackson disappearing and then coming back. There's so many things we don't know about each other, but we just instinctively trust each other. I mean, at this point, we could have
that's the
easily
point,
killed
though.
each other or left.
That's the point. That's why I'm saying, like, that's that's what I'm saying. That's why you should trust Haverin too. If you trust me so well without knowing so much, you can trust Haverin without knowing so much.
Yes, because blind faith has gotten people so far. Isn't that why we have a war? Because there's such blind faith on a paradise that some god promises will exist if you obey him and you win this war for him and he puts in no effort.
I'm not talking
The
about gods,
blind
though.
No, I know, but it's that same blind faith that has brought people to their knees hoping for a paradise where they're just simply going to be controlled and have no emotion. That's what you're saying. It's to have that blind faith. It's to simply just trust the people around you. Things will be okay and just follow through.
I mean, it's not too
And
blind. She hasn't done anything to really validate the distrust. And she's been
well,
with us so long, and she's helped me, and she's helped you. She I told you to not even interfere when Bill was fighting, and Averin almost died because of it. Because she was
she trying to
interfering.
interfere?
As far as I know, yeah.
Because it could have been she was simply trying to move around rather than trying to help him in an interfering way.
I mean,
Well,
you
You
did
and me
see him
interfering?
throw. You did see an object flying through the air and hitting the guy from the tent.
Mm. Well, that was at the elemental, not the battle with Bill.
The one that Bill almost died to, and then the one that Averin almost died to.
The sorcerer?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, she got in the way.
Actually, no, she didn't get in the way.
And
She threw something
okay,
at the guy.
fine. She threw something at the guy. Thank you, honey.
You're welcome.
Anyway, nonetheless, good intentions or not, you're right. I don't know why people are still around and still wanting to fight this war with me. I've repeatedly asked the team if they still want to do this and still stick around to fight this war. Arthur even told me to ask the people. So, you're right. I should probably ask everyone again. Hey, do you want to still fight this war that really has no involvement in your life and you can simply disappear and the war will happen in the background? Maybe I will have that blind trust in her, and we'll see how far it leads.
But it's not so blind.
It's fine. How about we go back to the beginning? I will trust you.
Why?
I will trust her through you. There we go. Just like how in the beginning you trusted Oliver through me. If I trusted him, it was okay. If anything bad happened with him, then you had to get through me or I would deal with it. We treat it like it was in the beginning. Because I have a gut feeling something's not right. And I'm probably going to have this gut feeling for a long while, or it'll just disappear because it was proven wrong. Just like how
That's
you
fair.
had a gut feeling with Oliver.
Okay, that's
You
fair.
and I were raised differently. And I have that distrust, but you had that distrust at one point too. So I think this is the compromise we can have.
Okay.
Not gonna lie, even after the last 4 hours, I'm still even debating contacting Arthur or Jackson at this point. But that's because I'm tired, and it really sucks that I fought with my sister. It really does.
Every relationship has its
But
bumps.
yeah, just
I'm not mad at
this
you.
this is a relationship I'm used to, so it's a little more scary. Sure, if it was like a little argument or whatever with Jackson, yeah, I would know that that happens, but I haven't had a sister before this point, so yeah.
I've fought with Faye a lot. Well, not a lot, but I mean more than I have with you. And granted, they weren't such big things. But anyway, I have. So with that kind of sisterly bond, I can tell you this is quite normal. So don't get too down on yourself. But also, if you don't trust Averin, don't trust me.
She's currently trying
Because
to
you
get
have
kids out of the bathroom.
you have so many more reasons to distrust me than you ever would have so far to distrust Averin.
Man, it's sad.
Well, last I checked, you're not Arthur, you're not Jackson, you're not Grumble, you're not Grampy. And with that, I will trust who I trust. And for now, I'm choosing to trust you. Even if I
Blindly?
have to put Yep. Because at this moment in time, you're pretty high on my list of people I trust. And you're pretty high on my list of people I would give my life for. And I would absolutely kill people for. Yes, it may be blind and it's not fair to Averin, but when I have a inner voice, a gut feeling, I listen to it. And at this point, I still trust you. I still trust that you'll stick around and watch my back, even if you're not around. Even if after this point you go back to the Citadel and I go back to Miercy. But we'll see how things go.
Rowena's going
For
to put her
now-
hand on the handle to the door. Go on.
For now, we shouldn't waste our energy on a fight that will just simply go in circles because we were raised differently.
I think this might hurt to hear, but I think it needs to be said. I think your surety is going to be your downfall.
Well, your blind trust in how you see those below you was almost your downfall.
How? I've really not trusted too many people. And I don't carry that trust into other areas. I trust Averin for now. After we're done in the caverns, who knows? Maybe I won't. But I trust her right now in the caverns.
True.
Everyone's gonna walk
But
away. She can tell that Rowena's at the door.
Mhm.
well, something you said months ago still even hurts me now. I'm sure it would still hurt those around you. Is that you believe that those that died in the Trail of Bloody Tears should have been better. When really, it should have been the people commanding them that should have been better. So that's why I believe that how you view people is almost your downfall. Because we have met so many people that would have likely disliked you because of how you used to view things. But now you've changed. You were able to be around orcs without wanting to kill them. And don't even try lying to me that you wanted to kill Big Mama because we both know you didn't want to. You were even hiding under a giant bear rug
Elk.
thing with me. Elk, whatever.
But I said
with
pelt.
me when
Sorry.
pelt. Oh,
Yeah.
pelt. With me when the second command orc came in. We were both scared of Big Mama, but she was okay with how and who we are. So that is why I say that. Yeah, I know I will ultimately be my own downfall with how I see things and my little distrust in people. But I was raised by gnomes, and you were raised by elves. There's a reason why gnomes have lived for so long.
I just meant to say your surety and who to trust and who not to trust. I feel like you should doubt a little bit more. But not to the extent that you're jumping through hoops to try and accuse someone who hasn't really made any outward appearance of doing things that are wrong.
Well, there's still time
Or
to tell.
wrong in your view, I guess.
There's still time to tell. If time didn't repeat itself so much, I'm sure the gnomes would have been more social.
Just try to doubt things that don't make sense more than those that tend toward believability.
Okay.
Like, it makes sense that she would want to pay me back, right? Even if you weren't raised in an elvish citadel society, I'm sure even gnomes want to pay off their debts.
Yes, it makes sense. However, there are just some timeline bits and pieces that don't line up with where she was and why she did certain things. Especially, at least I thought, knowing you and how you handle things and how you have been around me, at least the past few months. I mean, you were even kind of passive aggressive toward Jackson, even though you just met him. So,
And
yeah.
I still have my little prejudices. I haven't moved past those. I'm sure if we met an orc, I wouldn't trust them right away. But meeting Avrin, she's elvish. And unfortunately for me, I jumped to the conclusion of believing them more than not. But my trust is not based just on that anymore. It's based on her having taken a step in when I didn't to help Bill. And helping me to get to Bill. She protected me far more than she hurt me on that trip. The only thing she did to quote unquote hurt me was take me to the library instead of back here. And honestly, it's hot. So it makes sense how we get turned around. But yeah.
Yeah. It, we'll
Just doubting her
see.
for being a rogue doesn't make sense. So don't doubt her for being a rogue. Or if you do, doubt me because I'm an elvish scout in the army. I'm an elvish scout in the army whose
A
father
scout
is
would-
a commander. Or, listen to this. I am under a high-ranking father and an adventurer mother. I've been given the best education and I have a true mark. And somehow I'm just a scout with some unvisualized plan to ascend the ranks. You don't think
mean,
I maybe have higher goals than that? More that
I'm
I want
sure
to
you do.
achieve?
But that mark's not going to get you anywhere. I mean,
How
it
do you
hasn't
know?
made much of a difference for me. I like where I'm at. I like being low in the ranks. But if you're talking about climbing the ranks and being this amazing high rank elf, then why didn't you make it back? And where did you go during those hours? Why did you end up to the library? Like, the heat shouldn't have bugged you that much. You're a scout. You should know how to handle it.
I should.
And you shouldn't ever have gotten lost. Avern is not a scout, so I don't understand how she was much help to you.
So maybe you should really be doubting me. Maybe I'm the one who led her astray.
I'm more concerned for you than doubtful because,
And that's
as you said,
manipulation. I've got you so
Ooh.
worried about me. So easily.
Yes. And I could easily have you guys all fooled and playing by the already chosen god I chose and prefer to rule. And I'm leading you guys to make that god win.
I'm just telling you, like,
And I'm just saying, we all have that extra card we could pull at any time, or could secretly have a plan.
it makes sense because you said that you actively don't really like them. You gave me Char's stone.
As you said, manipulation. That stone could be very bad. I could be having Char listening in on us this whole time so she can prep. Or the amulets that
But it doesn't make
Oliver
sense.
has. The amulet that Oliver has. Paylor could be listening to us constantly and prepping.
Well, the thing is,
So-
gods are always listening, so they don't need an object, a thing, to hear.
Simply boredom. Or better hearing. I mean, there's thousands of people at once. So choosing simply one to watch, you gotta have a connection of some sort.
Wait, say that again? Somehow I blanked out. I'm not even joking.
They could have needed a better connection to watch specific people.
Well, then they
So-
could have just come down and talked to us, especially me.
Yeah, but time, effort,
But the
intimidation
Citadel doesn't have
levels.
that. The Citadel doesn't have that. They aren't all powerful like gods.
That you know of. I mean, they are keeping a paladin in their tower, locked up, ready at their will. So they could have that little bit of power. Just whenever they wanted to, just summon the paladin to go and kill at any time they please.
It's for the war, though. You don't want to tire out the paladin before the war.
Who's to decide that a war's begun? I mean, someone has to say that it's a war. I mean, someone could I could argue that you and I are having a war of emotions and a war of trusts. My opinion, I'm not too sure I can trust Averin at the moment. However, you're right. Technically, everyone has ulterior motives, so no one can be trusted. But that is
I'm not
where
saying
the
don't
gray line.
trust. I'm saying just have a little doubt,
Yes.
but not such strong doubt that it doesn't really make sense. If something can be simply explained, I feel like that's the thing to go with until further evidence has been given. Isn't there a saying? The simplest answer is often the one that ends up being right.
We will see. We'll see with time. I mean, that's what every race has done. Either time will repeat or they wait and watch. Why do you think the gnomes stayed in their forest for so long rather than dealing with the war? In any case, this is going in circles. And
It truly is,
I
yeah.
really just want to leave this. I really just want to leave this cavern. It's brought us nothing but. It's brought us nothing but bad luck and twists and turns. It's just nothing good from it so far. So, sooner
I
we
feel
can
like
get
it's
out of
been
here, the
pretty good.
better. Well, you did spend like 8 hours wandering around when I was here the whole time.
Not alone, not all the time. So, I mean, I did get some time with Averin. Alone, in which she didn't kill me.
Probably because she wanted to keep you alive. What if she's trying to prolong the war so we all stay together as a group?
That
Because
doesn't
each
make
of us.
sense. It's not a simple answer.
Okay, but each of us have said at one point that we're all going to separate. I mean, we didn't all agree that we would go to Mercy. You're going to the Citadel to go up in ranks, because I'm sure that once this is all over, your father's going to step down. Or be forced to step down. Bill has brought up multiple times that he has a master he wants to find, and
And he made a deal with the dragon.
he made the deal with the dragon. And even the gods told me that getting to that master is going to be very difficult because they split him up real good in between the planes. So And Ollie, I don't know. He might just wander around being the good doctor that he is, being his own paladin of the world, paladin for the people at least. A better one than other paladins.
Yeah, that's the main thing I wanted to tell you there was don't jump through hoops to try and doubt someone. If there is something obvious that makes you doubt them, then that makes sense. Usually the simplest explanation is the correct one, you know? Yeah. I'm happy you're starting to doubt more, so you're not so trusting just right away. But I feel like there's just too many hoops to jump through to get through Averin not wanting to help. That's all. Let's go talk to the king.
Oh,
But
we have a
seriously.
lot of monsters. Oh, we'll have to be pretty stealthy because there's a lot of monsters to go through.
We're all here now.
And we're all sticking together. I'm kind of sick of this group splitting up because if we didn't split up, we wouldn't have had this issue.
You're not wrong.
Let's go before I decide to just simply stay here.
Door open. Let's go.
Alright, so yeah, y'all exit the room. Averin
Imagine.
obviously is nowhere to be seen. I'm assuming that Bill moved away as well.
I just imagine they just like come
Well,
out,
Avern's
just like
just-
see Holly just like working on like a weird glove covered in pipes connected to like his alchemical jug or something.
Very nice, very nice.
Well, you
Making a
can
bomb?
see Averin, it just takes a little bit because she's
Oh.
just in the corner brooding.
No, this is a sprayer. I was figuring it was time I started working on a few of my own designs. Been operating off of my mentor's notes for long enough. It's not like anyone ever learned anything without trying something new sooner or later.
Love the idea that you're doing that at like the table and you see the bartender looking over you every now and again, just like, better not burn my table.
Oh, don't worry, this one doesn't can spray fire or alchemist fire.
Mm-hmm.
Shall we head to the king then? Get this over with so we can move on.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah. Don't
Um,
forget, I still need to go down, but I'm dragging you guys down below at some point after we get this king thing done.
For
Fair enough.
Oh, I found a door, and
There
I
are many
still need to
doors.
have a weaponsmith by a friend that I made.
Oh, okay.
What kind of a door is it?
Big, golden, had something about the forge deity on it, stuff like that. The dwarves couldn't get it open, so I'm technically hiring more muscle.
Just like looks down out of the hose he's now essentially strapped to his glove. I wonder if it's acid proof. He just says staring at it.
Probably given it was made of the same stuff the statues down there are, and I couldn't melt those.
I mean, true. Oh, you already tried.
Mm-hmm.
He's just like literally. He says that he's just like he's about to. It sounds like he's about to make a comment. He's just like, no, I think this idea could work, and then just stops midway. Just like, oh wait, he uses acid because he's actually seen him do it.
I should not burn this table.
Okay. Shall you pack up? I'll wait for you outside, I guess. I don't know.
Give me a minute or two. I'll be right there. He just like says, you just like hear a clanking noise. He just like tries to quickly put the rest of the glove back together because it was like still unscrewed or something like that.
Yeah,
Marina's just gonna lean against the wall out here, waiting for everyone.
fair
Let's
enough.
go.
Averin, what were you doing? You were saying something?
I believe Averin is just standing in the corner, being a little broody.
Like, Fair enough. And then Bill?
He's just zoned out, staring at what Oliver's doing.
Just the hyper intense focus of this bird, just be like, oh my god.
He has no
Ass.
idea what he's up to. He's just
Um,
staring at it and just like, huh, that's kind of neat looking.
Going on 15 layers of acid here, boys and girls. Alright, yeah. So you'll end up getting pretty much all packed up, ready to go. And eventually you all get down to this bottom area where the lovely staircase is before moving on to Riotel, Dwarven Lands. Where was it?
Oh, aren't we
there it
all
is.
going invisible?
Indeed.
That depends on you guys.
I mean, I've got a free cast and 3 second-level spell slots.
Yeah.
Basically, I can do a round trip for 2 people.
I can technically get, let's see, I can get 3 of us.
Okay.
I think
So
Avern can
Oliver,
do the
Ellie,
same.
and then
Yeah, I can cast invisibility.
Okay.
So I'm going to invisible myself, Oliver, and Ellie.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Avern, you got you and Rowena?
Yeah, I can cast that. That's 3rd level, right? Yeah.
how am I in 2 places?
Where's the other one? You?
There's one here and there's one here.
What?
I'm still up against the wall on my screen.
Oh,
Oh no.
you're not
It's
from
when
me.
What?
It's when you grab it and Sin grabs it at the same time and you both try to move it at a different point. I did that to Sin earlier.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like splitting an atom.
Like I grab one side, grab the other, and we're just like, yeah. All right. So
Just a
you all
little
turn
bit
invisible, using, I believe, a which level spell slot for Bill? I think
4.
4th.
Yeah, we're 4.
Okay, 4th level spell slot for Bill, and then I believe 2nd level spell slot for Avern, and
She said
then
3rd level because she's casting it on 2 people.
oh right, 3rd level. Sorry,
Herself
I
and
forgot it's a
someone
2nd
else.
level spell. So yeah, 4th level spell for Bill, 3rd level spell for Avern. So y'all go into the let me do that just to make my life easier. Activate here. Delete these. Paste that. That's
Okay, over
is that the
there?
right button? There we go.
I was
think that's
laughing at whatever. I think you burped.
Oh, yeah, sorry. It's an
Okay.
like I don't think about it and I don't mute quick enough when I hit it, so it's just like, all right, well, what weird noise is coming out of me today?
What noise will you all hear?
Excuse me.
There we
about
go.
that.
So 10 minutes is
There we
so 10 turns is 1 minute.
Mhm.
So in other words, that would mean we have about 6,000 turns across this board.
Jesus.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. So you guys are completely invisible. Averin is far more invisible just because she literally doesn't make footprints or the sounds of footsteps, period. So you guys are effectively silent. The only things that can be heard from you are verbal and footsteps. And so if you get too close to something, you'll notice you. If you guys start shouting, it'll probably notice you. These two up here, this little dragon boy, it's actually a drake, not a dragon, is still having a pissing competition with this fire giant. It actually does randomly get hit by a massive squirt of lava, and it just brushes it off, and then grabs a giant rock and yeets it at the drake. And the drake just kind of like burns it, like lava's in the middle of the air. It bursts apart and kind of showers it with dust. They don't seem particularly happy with one another's existence. And it's just this random fucking zombie that's just standing here. No idea what he's doing. He's just existing. He's just chilling. He's having a good time. Good day.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Well,
feel free to roll me initiative. We'll see which
good.
order you
Okay.
guys go in.
Initiative. Wait, do I? Oh,
Oh,
That is
jeez.
my lowest possible roll.
is initiative an ability check?
Um,
Kind of. It's in your It should be at the top of your screen.
I mean it for
Right next-
exhaustion.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember if exhaustion level 1 gives you.
I do not believe that initiative is considered a skill check.
Yeah, I don't think it's considered one. I know that Bard's ability gives it a bonus, but I don't think it counts as initiative as a check. So no, it would be just a straight one. And then Ellie.
And just simply as a refresher for everyone, while you're invisible, you are considered to have advantage on stealth.
Yeah,
Nice.
Averin,
means
you'll
it's
get
regular.
+2 to your stealth because you already have advantage.
Yeah.
Oh, where's that?
Just go
There
to
it
a
is.
different plane real quick.
Oof, a 4. Okay. So Averin, you'll be first.
Okay. Well, I think Averin's just gonna like rush as far ahead as she can.
Okay. In
Okay,
fact, if
go
you
for
guys
it.
can move kind of to your own whimsy, unless you start fighting something, in which case then I'll start caring about your actual movement. But just generally what you guys want to do on each of your turns is what I'm going to care about.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Alright, so, well, in which case, yeah, don't quite have an exact plan yet, but Averin will be going ahead so she just has enough time to make a plan. So,
okay.
I don't know, where am I gonna go? Just
And these are 5
here.
foot gaps between each rock, by the way. Except for this one, this is 10-foot gap.
Yeah, okay. Well, how far ahead can I go without being
Um,
inconvenienced?
Probably, like, I mean, you could get to this thing probably in the next, like, 10 seconds or so. Like, it really wouldn't be that difficult. You guys are very, very fast people. So really getting to, like, this section is not very difficult. And so probably, like, you would start having to actually work, towards getting to this secondary, island of sorts, because you have to be jumping over this stuff, which is not very hard DCs, as long as you're not in combat. So
Yeah.
probably about there, and you can start making your plan. Oliver. Free movement.
I guess I'll just be moving my 6 panels, but trying to keep the zombie at a wide berth.
Okie dokie.
Movement is currently locked, it says.
Oh, I just changed it to free movement. Why is it still locked? Oh. I didn't change it. There we go. What movement is that? Oh, that's no movement. Okay.
Movement has changed.
There we go. I changed it for him. I was like, which one is this movement? And I was like, oh, this one is no movement, and this one's bowel move. Okay, I now know what they do. Don't worry, guys. Okay,
And
cool.
I guess and there. I'm not gonna dash. That's gonna produce too much noise.
Fair enough. All right,
What, really?
Rowena.
Dashing makes noise?
I mean,
It
you are
can if
double-
you're invisible.
It's called dashing.
Yeah. Since you're invisible, the only things that can be really heard are your footsteps. So if you start dashing, it will create some noise. 90% of creatures won't notice, except for the guy that's like 10 feet away from you. Well, 30 feet, but yeah.
Okay, then.
Okay.
I didn't know that, so I'll just stay there.
You are welcome to do other actions as well. You guys, I believe, have other abilities, skills, and other such. So you're welcome to do those if you'd like.
I have one spell.
Yeah,
I'm not
fair.
using it unless
I keep
need it.
forgetting that you haven't taken a full nap yet.
You really
You-
need to draw power off of that.
You-
Ring of Spell. No, it wasn't Ring of Spellstorm.
No,
What was
I
that?
think it was
Nicole?
Orb.
No, it was the horn that he gave her. Remember,
Oh, yeah, right.
allows her to regain spells, any spell
Mhm.
slot of levels 3 or lower.
Okay. And then Ellie.
Per day.
I didn't. I thought I gave that to my father as proof.
Oh, no, you showed it to him as proof. He essentially let you keep it as a trophy. Kind of like
I
as your first true, establishment of your position.
Okay.
Yeah. As
I didn't know
horribly depressing as that may be.
What do you mean? It'll grow back. He's fine.
I mean,
and then...
To be fair, that is typically how horns work,
Yeah.
thankfully.
What is your passive stealth, Ellie? Never mind. You just fucking bolt past the zombie and it just goes... Don't doesn't even notice your existence. Then, oops, did not mean to do that. I can't even. Man, this thing is so hard to use. There you go. Bill, your turn.
I mean, Bill just casually Bill just walking along. He's not in no rush.
Fair enough. Yeah, you're just walking. So yeah, be back to Avram, but the little zombie here, we're gonna see whether or not he decides to move. Nope. He's he's having a really good day. Just chilling, you know? He doesn't give a shit. Rest of these guys aren't going to move. The Drake and the fire giant, they're really just having a pissing on it. Literally, last time you saw them, like multiple hours ago, was them doing this exact same thing. You severely doubt that they're going to stop anytime soon. They're just pissing each other off endlessly, essentially. You're not even sure why this fire drake is here. It seems like he's trying to take a nap or something, and the fire giant is just pissing him off. And then there's this little wildfire spirit who looks like a fox who's literally just taking a nap on one of the stones that you guys kind of need to cross. Aside from that, nothing else is really moving all that much. Averin, you're now at these stones. You're welcome to make your way over if you'd like. Or, well, you can try.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I have crossed these before. And at least have a little bit of practice.
That is true. You have. You know that if you take it really slow and steady, you can make it across easily, equivalent to taking a 10.
Well, I mean that is fair, but what if I'm trying to go fast?
If you're trying to go really fast, I'm gonna have you roll either athletics or acrobatics. I can never remember which fucking one is. Acrobatics.
Probably acrobatics. It's not like I'm trying to like lift the rocks.
Yeah,
so that would be funny.
Athletics is like strength, stamina, like speed, which doesn't make sense why it's strength, not it's con. But like acrobatics is like jumping. So I would have you roll that.
Yeah. Okay.
So you're essentially hopping over this stuff.
Not as good as it could be, but
not as good as it could be, but not too bad. So essentially, you get like right here. You're kind of going fast. You're kind of hopping, skipping, jumping, and at one point your foot kind of slips, and you realize, oh my god, I'm 10 feet above lava. Wait a minute, why isn't this burning me? Oh well, who cares? Takes you a moment to like. All right, let's go. So you're just kind of halfway over that at this point. Oliver, you just watched her nearly tumble into the fire pit of lava below her.
Well, I
But
think
we're
what you
invisible.
probably saw was a little bit more like you're just seeing the rocks, and then you'll see like a little bit of crumbling on the rocks because I actually like tripped on it for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
But you're just like, oh, yep, okay. Man, I sure wonder who's on there.
No, we didn't. Oh, that's right. Invisible. Hey, Sin.
Uh-huh.
On an unrelated note, I just found the jumping rules for base D&D, and I posted them in the campaign chat if you want to take a look
Oh,
at
nice.
those.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. Nice.
Jumping rules.
At the very least for long jumps.
Uh-huh. Cool. Okay.
Oh, sorry, was that... It's not
Oh,
my
it's
turn
your
yet,
turn.
is it? Oh, it is? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
Wasn't
I'll be
Averin's just
upset
trying
if
not
you
to die.
guys died to the map I made.
Don't
be upset,
worry.
be happy, because then I can't be Bill
That's
anymore.
literally my full movement takes me exactly there.
Cool. Yeah, so you get pretty much all the way there, just like, all right, I'm still alive, guys. But you get there. You're also kind of thinking about how to move across the rocks and stuff, kind of determining whether or not you take it slow, go fast like Avron, stuff like that. You're not super acrobatic focused, I don't believe. Yeah, not really. So slower might be better for you. Rowena.
Okay, so I measured out
Uh-huh.
where I can go.
Yeah.
I could get to there.
Mhm.
Oop, not there. So I'll just go
Nice.
there.
All right.
Same place he was.
Are you taking it
But-
very slow, or are you also going quick? Oh, there just for able to see. Avron.
Well,
Wait, are you taking it
I
kind of
guess-
slow or?
I guess it would be quick because I'm going to actually take the dash action since no one else is around really.
Okay. In
I
that
can
case,
see, and I'm gonna
roll
do
me
another 35.
acrobatics.
Okay. Because I just want to get going. I want to get done. But
I'm very excited if you roll a low number.
It's gonna be bad because it's disadvantage.
Ooh.
But it's not horrible.
Huh, not horrible, but ooh. So
It's a 12!
you start running your way across it. You pretty much jump off of this previous one right here. You jump off it, you kind of hit the other spot, and your foot slips a little bit, but you manage to catch yourself pretty much on Avron's shoulder as Avron has to steady herself. It's really fun too because you can't see Avron.
Yeah.
So you jump over, you hit the ground, you stay yourself, you slap your hand on Afrin's shoulder, and Afrin goes, "What the fuck?"
And then I go for my second movement because
All right.
dash.
And that'll also be another jump, so free roll me another acrobatics.
And she's probably not ever going to do this again. Here we go. What are we losing? What are we losing?
Oh boy!
Oof, 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 oof.
Honey,
Huh?
can Ellie initiate her thing?
You can't
The
see
thing?
her is the problem.
Yeah.
Oh
Everyone's
no!
invisible.
I want. Ah!
So not just yet, you can't quite
It's
see her.
chill.
But so essentially,
dust cloud.
as you're on here, right? You hop, skip, and jump over here. You take another skip, and you actually you jump off the side, and your foot, the ground underneath your foot crumbles to dust as you jump. And so what was fully stable ground when you perform the jump just
Makes sense.
turns into dust, and so your entire body in midair flops. And so you hit the ground with all of your body force. Just your entire body, you ram your shoulder into the ground with your entire body weight on top of it as you tumble.
Makes sense. Yeah.
And
Any
these two,
damage taken?
roll me a 1d12.
So I face plant right there.
Yeah.
Understood.
You hit the ground hard.
1d12 you said?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I heard body force in my brain immediately went, dang, she hit that so hard she went from weight to force.
So you're gonna take 8 damage. As
Okay.
you have like you quite literally like almost pushed your shoulder out of its slot just from the sheer body weight hitting the ground, and like you can feel your arm straining as you twist it. Your arm hurts now.
It's fine.
This Buddy Boo, though, with a 17 on his observation, does notice where you're currently standing, because the entire ground has now puffed into smoke, dust. Everyone else also sees the ground kind of puffing into dust.
Can I just... I don't know if this will be allowed, but like, just roll a little bit away.
Let's see what its initiative is real quick. Do. Yes, you can absolutely roll. With a nat 1 to its initiative, you can absolutely run away.
Radio, just gonna roll like just a little bit away.
Nice. Alright, cool. God,
I'm not where I was.
Bodied yourself into the ground. Alright, Ellie, it's your turn. You do see a small plume of dust on the other island over there.
Mm-hmm.
Ellie?
I'm here. I was just
there.
trying to find the laptop charger, but I can't find it.
There should be one under the table, I believe.
I will check there next.
Okay.
Ellie is just going to follow right behind.
Alright. The small table, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that one was broken in half. So actually, it looks like I can only go.
Yeah,
to
so this
here.
bit, part of it is now collapsed, so
Okay.
it would be kind of difficult to stand on it, much less jump on it. This is a much larger distance, though, 10-foot gap, easily. So,
I can make it.
yeah. Roll me acrobatics
Fine.
with disadvantage.
Making
A little
me
bit bigger of a
roll
gap,
my
and you
best
are
one.
going quickly.
Y'all are going way faster.
this
I
is
feel
my
like I
normal
missed
speed,
out on
just saying.
something.
I dashed.
Acrobatics
Should have
Yes,
dashed.
sorry, acrobatics, yeah. With disadvantage.
disadvantage.
If you take it nice and slow, it's not too bad. Jesus Christ, you have a plus 11? Fuck me sideways.
Yes.
Okay.
If I could.
So you make it across.
Again, this
You
map
hit
is meant for me.
you hit the pillar, and you kind of like spin on it to a point. Like you hit with the balls of your feet, and then you spin onto your heel. And it's kind of awkward because of the very small pillar that you're standing on, but you're able to get fairly easily without much damage. You have an inkling of a feeling that you could have fallen off that, but honestly, you've done worse on branches, and they're much smaller.
No, honey. What you should have said is that something inside me had a brief panic.
Well, you know.
Anyway.
It's fine. Anyways, Bill.
I am Bill.
Hi.
Hi.
You're mostly just seeing some of the pillars get kind of broken every now and again, and dust forming every now and again.
If they die, it's their fault. I can't help them. I can't see them. I'm just gonna walk right there and wait.
You can kind of hear the shuffling of someone next to you.
Whoever that is. Hi. Phil doesn't know who's next to him. Regardless,
No.
he's saying hello.
Yeah. Oliver, you just hear a voice next to you, just whispering creepily, hello. All right, cool. The spirits just
Please don't do that. Sorry.
Sorry. He's just mosey his way over here, looking around the area and just kind of trying to see what kind of caused the massive dust plume of Averin. You did see the stone in front of you just fucking crumble. Like half of it is just gone, turned to dust. And then the plume in front of you.
Okay, look, Averin was already stressed. This is just gonna like make her panic. She's just gonna go forward.
Oh goody, roll me acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
Oh, I really want you to get a low number. Alright, never mind.
I did pretty good. I
Yeah,
worked,
so you
I
managed
worked
to
good
get
under
over.
stress.
Up, all the way over there. Roll me
Okay,
stealth
how?
with advantage.
Yeah.
+2. So that'd be 18. Yeah, no, he doesn't fucking see you at all. You barely even make like the smidgen of dust that appears from your well-footed nature. Even Rowena barely notices that something landed next to her.
Dude,
Yeah.
Rowena's just in pain.
Yeah, that also is causing her to really not notice anything.
Yeah. Averin's probably run like this for like fear of her life, so she's probably gotten a bit of practice. Okay, now how far can I go? Keep in mind, I'm dashing this time.
Well, dashing, you could, if you want to, you could jump on the wildfire spirit.
I'm gonna jump on the wildfire spirit.
All right.
like to
Well,
try.
fucking
I'll try.
roll me acrobatics again. Oh, that's an 11.
What is it with me and anything but stealth?
I know, right? So you're gonna get to about there. As you go from here, right, and you take a leaping jump and you hit this thing, and as you, that's not squared. Wow. Okay. Sure. I'll put that right there. So you make a leaping jump. As you make the leaping jump and you hit this thing, you are planning to jump straight off of it until the ground crumbles under you. You probably are now aware that not many people use this path, as the ground crumbles under you a little bit, and you have to make a fucking daring feat where you turn your entire body around and you bear hug what's left of this this pillar, which is a decent amount. But you bear hug it as your feet are like barely like 5 or so feet above, maybe 8 feet above the lava. As you've straight up just like crumbled under the pillars, crumbled under the weight of you. You slid downwards, turned around, bear hugged it, and whoo, life is flashing. Your slow speed did not make you fear this much.
Yeah.
Oliver, you see yet again more pillars starting to crumble.
We're gonna have to find another way around, aren't we? So via jumping, how far can I make it again?
You
Like,
could,
total
if
distance
you
travel.
did acrobatics, you could make it all the way to the other side of the spot.
But if I want to take this slow and steadily,
Oh, slow and steadily, you basically take 20. You don't even have to roll. You just are able to make it across the entire area. You're pretty much slowly choosing your path and just getting effectively to like here / on the actual island. And you're pretty much choosing your path. You're choosing your spots. You're making your way across without jumping, put too much weight, figure out the weak spots, and avoiding the weak spots essentially.
but
So
how
it's
long
very
would that
slow.
take me?
It'll take you
How
about a
many turns
minute
does
to
it?
get all the way over there. Well, it'll take you
Oh,
like
that's
2
10
rounds,
turns.
basically.
Okay.
Yeah, because you're slowly making your way across, so it'll take you like 2 turns.
I think considering we're platforming on lava, I think it's probably a better idea to take the slower route.
Fair
That's
enough.
just me.
All right, so it'll
So I'm
take you.
just going to say, for the sake of that, I'm just going to end my turn right here, probably, roughly.
Yeah. So you make your way all the way there. Honestly, you're just making it so you weren't stepping on anything bad. The rocks are not going to be crumbling under your feet. You get a steady placement before you make your way across. And everything seems to be topsy-turvy for you. Nothing is noticing you. You're not making any sound or causing any rubble to move around or anything like that. So you're not even slightly in danger.
I
Now,
have
Rowena,
600
on the other
turns to work with. I have 600 turns to work with, and I only needed to get me there.
Yeah,
I can
exactly.
do it again to get out.
Now, Rowena, what are you doing?
So the gaps between these things are what?
Are about 5 feet.
5 feet?
Yeah.
Okay, this is 10 feet.
You could indeed jump that entire gap if you want to be right next to a fire drake who's just like, hi.
Do it anyway.
Yeah,
Let me put
you
it
gotta
this
do
way.
it anyways.
Yeah, we have to get there sooner or later anyway.
Yeah. You gotta do it anyways. They're currently fucking pissing on each other with boulders and fire, but...
Okay, I could time it so that when it's about to crash, I can jump. So if I crash, it'll just be overheard with the boulder, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you're gonna make your way over here, probably in great amount of pain.
Okay. I don't think I'll do it this turn.
Okay.
Because don't you have to use like half your movement just to stand up?
Pretty much, yeah.
So I only have like 20 feet that I can move then.
Yeah, so you'd be able to do there, and then roll me perception to see kind of how well you're seeing everything here, because I don't think you'd want to jump and then get hit with a secondary boulder.
True.
Because you saw what happened to lizard friends.
Oh, it's not horrible.
That's not horrible.
It could have been a fantastic roll.
You're having a little bit of difficult time because they don't seem to really have any pattern at the moment. It's just whenever the fire giant kind of gets pissed, he just grabs a boulder of a random size next to him and just hucks it at the fire drake. And the fire drake just spits a projectile out it and just explodes and showers past him. And so it's I mean, it really just appears that if the fire drake pisses off the fire giant, it gets a boulder thrown. That's what you can tell at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's gonna be my turn. I'm just gonna watch it, observe, and then get the timing right before I
All right.
take the leap.
Cool. Ellie, you are barely standing on a piece of rock that's really not too much larger than you. You're fairly aware that you are perfectly competent at jumping, and honestly, these pillars are managing to hold your weight. You could probably pass this gap easily, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's funny she brought that up because I was thinking that exact same thing, that I would just jump between the islands.
Okay. That's a distance of about 45 feet.
Watch out! Don't run into me.
Stop it.
So you go around this
Wait.
guy. What's your base stealth?
Okay.
It probably won't matter. What's your base
15.
spell? 15? Yep, he doesn't see you at all. Like, some dust kind of rises, but it's the same kind of dust that's right here, so he's like, huh. Weird. Bill!
Bill Nye the Billy.
Yeah.
How many rocks can I jump?
If you're going slow and steady, you can pretty much get to where Oliver is. If you're going quickly, you can pretty much get to the other side of the, to the other island.
What's the risk with going quickly?
Going quickly is that you'll be doing a acrobatics roll. If you go over on this side, it's a straight one. If you go over on this side, because this one is kind of broken a little bit, then you'll be doing acrobatics with disadvantage. Too low of a roll, and it's not going to be very fun time.
I have ways of getting myself out. It'll be fine, maybe.
Fair enough.
I'll quickly get across just because I don't want to sit on these things. With the way you play, I expect you to pull something.
All right.
I'll roll that lovely acrobatics roll.
God damn. Yeah, no, you get across real fucking easy as you go over there. It's honestly, it's like jumping off of trees for you at this point, and most of the your weight is not even enough to even slightly hinder the rocks, unlike most of the others who are about 4 times your weight.
Yeah, Oliver. As I go past Oliver, all you hear is 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't fly, but I can jump real good.
This is adorable.
He finds ways to entertain himself.
That's about 20 feet. You would not hear it.
One day.
Yeah, that thing would not hear you, though it is going to fly to where Rowena was, which is right there. And it's just kind of looking around the area, trying to see what the hell caused the smoke explosion. It's getting nothing. Averin, you are holding onto a rock for dear fucking life.
Okay. I want to go up. Oh, goodness gracious. I want to go back here,
Okay.
and I just want to jump it. Rowena's looking carefully at it. I need to jump it.
Okay.
Wait, I'm invisible.
So you're on the side of the thing. You're kind of looking at the two, throwing shit at each other, exploding shit at each other. You kind of hop your way off of the edge of this as the rocks have now mortally terrified you for existence, and you realize, oh, I could just jump that. And then a rock explodes on the ground next to the red drake, and you go, "Ooh, I could jump that. Let's do it."
I can still jump that.
I can. You. Both of you here. I can still jump it. Roll me that acrobatics.
Rolling acrobatics. Come on. Yeah, yes.
All right. So you jump across pretty much easily. You both just hear, "I can jump it," as a rock explodes on the ground. And then, actually, yeah, both of you roll me perception. Not Averin. Do 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 do. All right. Ellie sees nothing, and neither does Rowena. Rowena, you're kind of looking at the fire drake. Fire
Trying
drake
to
does
time this
not know.
correctly.
Yeah, you're really just trying to find out. Okay, who the fuck just jumped, and what the fuck? Avern,
Can I
roll me a
cast
deck save.
Oh, okay. Dex save. Boop.
That's not bad, actually. All right.
Can I cast
You're
a spell?
no. Oh wait, can you cast a spell?
Yeah, it's a cantrip.
Depends on the spell. Cantrip, sure.
Vicious Mockery.
Who the fuck are you mockery?
The Drake!
Everything.
You're insulting the Drake.
Hey, look, you're the one who made it a bonus action.
My God, you know what? You're welcome to.
Reminder: casting a spell breaks invisibility.
This
Well,
is
this is a
true.
concentration.
And if you do any harmful action towards another creature, you lose invisibility.
Does it count if it's vicious mockery?
It's a
Yes,
harmful
it's a
spell.
spell.
Your invisibility is my invisibility.
Oh yeah, it would be hers too.
I think it would only technically kill her own invisibility. Technically, she can still maintain.
No, that's true.
the
She would
spell
maintain.
Since it's not since vicious mockery is not a concentration spell. It's just going to reveal her though, and I don't
Yeah.
think she wants to reveal herself right next to a dragon, especially a red dragon.
Okay.
How's
Alright.
21 sound to you, by the way? For your AC.
Okay.
Honey,
Yes.
that's mean.
She's not taking full damage. Don't worry about it. She's not focusing on the fire giant. She just made that very clear. So you insulting the dragon, or you just staring at the dragon trying to prep for it swinging its tail at you?
I need to hide first so that I don't get seen when my invisibility drops.
This is true. Yeah.
What's the flower just behind me?
What
is that? Is that like a bush?
It's a red crystal. And so, no, it's not a flower. If it gets hit, it nukes.
Okay.
Explodey gem.
Alright, probably not something I want to hide behind.
No.
Okay. I'll just need
But-
to go forward then.
You're gonna hide behind the red dragon.
Oh, can I hide behind the red dragon?
It's a large creature.
But if I freak it out. Well, okay. How large? Well, well, okay. I'll probably want
Mhm.
to. Hold on, let me measure. Fisher's mockery. Okay. I can deal with that.
Oh.
All right, I'm gonna wait.
You're gonna wait
gonna wait.
right there.
Yes.
Yeah, you're.
Well, okay. Wait. Can I move
Let me just
anymore?
double
I
check.
figured I
You're
couldn't move.
not moving from that spot.
Wait, can I move from that spot?
You just jumped. I mean, you have a little bit of movement. You can dive basically.
How far can
Roll me a
dive?
perception check. Actually, depending. Are you looking at the fire drake right now?
I am looking at the fire drake right now.
All right, cool. You do not roll me a perception check.
Not rolling perception. Okay.
So
How far can I move?
you can take a dive if you wish to, and that'll move you about 5-10 feet.
Okay, I'll just move.
Because the fire drake is not really moving too much, but it looks kind of pissed.
Yeah. So basically, I'll just hide there because I'm not close to the fire crystal. That'll explode, and if the drake gets hit, I'll be behind it. This will work out entirely for me. No consequences whatsoever.
All right, cool. So I won't actually ignore that 21 for you because I'm behind the drake. The 21's no longer for you because the fire giant is throwing a boulder, and he's actually throwing it at the fire crystal. That's why I asked if you were going to stand right there.
That's
Now-
fair.
Oh, wait, that's its attack. Well, I have to roll its attack anyways, because it won't let me roll it otherwise. So it's going to do 19 damage against this giant crystal. Now, the crystal's going to explode. You don't have reflex, so roll me a dex save. DC... Well, you dived, so you're kind of prone. So, probably a DC 14 for you. Dex save.
Oh, dex save.
Because you went prone, so you're not a super big target. 17, that's
Just
fine.
barely made it.
So you only don't take half damage from this. So we're
Oh,
going to
understandable.
give, that. And this is all fire damage. Wow, that was
so-
pathetic.
How much
Is
am
it
I
only
taking?
on that side?
Yeah, it pretty much well, actually, yeah, that's a good question. That is 15 feet from her, 15 feet from him, 20 feet from you. You would not be hit.
Nice.
So pretty much explodes in a 15-foot radius. He's completely immune to fire damage, but not from the blast force. So he actually gets pushed like a good 5 feet, and he's now almost tipping into against the lava. You, however, take 11 damage of fire damage.
Ah.
Yeah,
Oh,
as
oops,
random
oops,
fire
oops.
crystals just jab
Like,
into your
that's-
side.
Excellent. Current.
Now that is very nice, considering that could have been 40 fire damage.
Could have been. I still would have made it though.
You still would have. It just would have hurt a lot more. So basically, what the two of you saw is you hear someone to your left say, "I can make it," once a rock hits the ground here, and then you hear, whoop, as pretty much the air next to you is kind of moved, and then you see a little bit of dust forming, and then you see a lot more dust forming as she slides into the ground. And then you see the fire giant, he kind of grabs another rock, and he looks especially pissed, as whatever the dragon is doing, it's not really a nice gesture, and he just hucks this fucking rock directly into the fire crystal, and it explodes. Actually, let me see whether or not this dragon is going to regain his balance. Oh, he does, and he looks so much more pissed. And we're actually going to, where's the drawing tool?
Go on, get closer.
Freehand.
Go away from the stones.
There we go. So that one's dead now, basically. It just fucking exploded. So Aberron, you are now next to the stones. The dragon in front of you looks very angry, but it's not doing too much. Let me put them on the thing here though. Boop, yes, and then boop, yes. Red dragon is a piece of shit, not doing anything, and the fire giant is gonna go faster. All right, Oliver, it's your turn. You pretty much just watch the giant explosion occur up here.
I'm just gonna finish crossing the lava and end here.
All right, cool. Bill, you once again hear someone kind of landing next to you, and you assume it's Ollie because he's the only one that reasonably would be.
And Bill's just like, I think we have a problem.
I second that notion.
Should we do something, or should we just kind of leave Abern? Do you think she can handle it? I think that's Abern over there. She seems to be the quickest.
If we do something, we're all then we're probably revealing ourselves to everything in the room. And if she does anything, same story. Unfortunately, I don't really think there's too much we can do for her right now, unless you can think of anything.
Nope, nothing's coming to mind. I'm sorry, I'm lost on this one.
It's all down to potions, I guess. Not that
Yeah, kinda.
Not that I'm anywhere or close enough to do anything for her in that regard either.
I mean, I could dimensional this door over there, but that would leave me without a spell slot for getting us back. And that also leaves Ellie without invisibility.
And it would probably break your invisibility as well.
Yeah, it would. But at that point, I wouldn't really care about my invisibility. I would have a Drake to try to convince not to eat us.
You already had enough chaos in these tunnels already. Let's not get too much crazier from here.
Fair enough. I'm just gonna keep going. Wait, question.
Mm-hmm.
Where'd the jump over, like, from this to this?
Where's the what?
From where Ellie is roughly to
Oh.
across this pool of water.
So you pretty much just, whoops, why is that not? Oh, there it is. Yeah, so you can pretty much jump it from any of the spots. It's just an acrobatics roll, flat. Unless, of course, you try jumping from here to here, in which case that would be a very high DC.
To be fair though,
Disadvantage.
he actually does have the 10 feet for a run up, so he could actually extend and make that jump easier.
Yeah. But if you want to do it from right there, that'd be pretty much just a dex check on your next turn. Rowena.
Yeah, by the way, Ellie Rowena, as you get passed by, once again, you just hear the boop-a-dip-a-dip-a-dip-a-dip-boo. I'm doing a thing.
Okay.
He's quiet, but he's not smart.
Okay, let's do this. Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna 15. Okay.
You can tell these two are especially pissed at one another at the moment.
Rowena wants to make the jump.
Okay.
She's gonna go stand behind the Drake too, because that's all 35 feet.
All right, do me acrobatics.
Oh, please, come on.
Oh,
Not horrible,
that's
but still not good
9.
enough.
Not super good. So essentially, you land right where the now crater is, and you essentially have to like scrape yourself forward, like pulling yourself. And Ellie, you can definitely see that she's having some trouble, trying to make her way up the side. But you are effectively hanging off the side of this crater at the moment, as your arm is giving you a lot of trouble trying to pull yourself up along the side. You aren't completely in danger of falling. You essentially will have to take a turn, your next turn, to lift yourself up out of the side of this cliff.
Okay,
But
just
you're
do, like, a
essentially
bonus
holding
action.
yourself.
Pull myself up.
As a bonus action, roll me a dex check.
Dex check.
Because
Okay,
your arm is in a
so-
lot of pain. You really fucked your arm.
Ability check, right?
Yes,
Not
ability
saving
check.
throw.
No,
Okay,
no
disadvantage.
disadvantage.
Woo. No disadvantage. What?
No Oh my god, and that'll give you
Did
a
I get a
natural
20?
20. Natural 20,
Oh.
baby.
What's
So,
up?
even with your arm majorly fucked up, you can tell very easily that if you stay on this edge and no one manages to pull you up, you are going to be falling because something's going to fuck with you. And that sheer, unbelievable danger sense, you push yourself even fucking harder than you have before, and you flip yourself over the edge and you land in the crater of the rock. Now, unfortunately, that will give you another exhaustion point.
Okay.
You have pushed your just you almost broke your arm from shoving your entire body weight on top of it from your previous natural one. And now you are pushing that arm so much harder. You've barely slept in like 2 or 3 days. You've only taken cat naps. You've slept in 110 degrees. Your brain is essentially having difficulty keeping up. And you finally managed to just lay yourself in the middle of this fucking crater of that the other rock was in, and your arm is pulsing with agony.
You guys, the little status smiley face, it went to a I don't know. Let me see if I can find the face.
It's kind of like, you shouldn't be down here.
Yeah.
It's like, it's just
You are so exhausted.
It's like that.
That was very painful. That was an unbelievably painful feeling, as you were just like trying to recover. You're not in any immediate danger of falling now, but man, does your shoulder hurt. That'll be your turn. And the rest of you guys don't really see anything. You know, you just kind of see some dust falling on the side, and then the dust doesn't.
It's kind of worth it, even though my speed just got halved because I got another exhaustion point. Because I don't have to go all the way around here.
And then you also took exhaustion over not dying. So that's
you know
a
what?
bonus.
I'll take it. It's okay. It's just speed halved.
Mhm.
I'll go to bed soon. It's all good.
You better.
Wait.
Uh,
Oh no.
So he's gonna be throwing this son of a bitch at the Drake. Because he's getting very pissed at the Drake. Oh, that Drake's getting fucking hit. That's 25 damage to the Drake's face. It didn't seem to do too much, but is just scattering a dust all over you now. You're just a cloud of dust as the giant boulder slaps the Drake in the cheek, and just dust flies over the area. The Drake then proceeds to slam its tail down out of aggravation. Obviously, Averin, you are laying on the ground, so roll me a dex save with disadvantage.
They're the exact same roll, sir.
Yep, alright, fair enough, you know? You like hear the Drake like growling as its tail moves up and you go, "Oh shit!" as you roll to the side as its tail slaps down where you were. You could tell it doesn't even notice where you are, or it doesn't even care about your existence. That was a movement that it did not give a shit about. You were just in the wrong place. So Ellie, it's now your turn.
Okay.
You see some
This'll be
dust
fun.
moving.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some fancy dust.
I guess I'll take the leap.
I mean, you can also jump over there if you'd like.
Ah, yes, and land on Rowena.
You know,
But
you
you
might.
don't know that.
You don't know I'm there.
Yeah.
This is true.
Saw some dust moving. You don't even know where Rowena went.
Yeah, no, I'll just go right here.
Okay. So you're pretty much just
Fine.
running straight forward. So roll me acrobatics again.
Normal or
just normal. Oh, 16 or
Look at that.
27. Jesus.
check yourself, honey.
So you pop over this thing like you were fucking born for it. You are not even phased. Like you're jumping over this like I'm jumping over a fucking carpeted floor. Like it doesn't even matter to you. You no possible reason to assume this is dangerous aside from, you know, the Drake in front of you having a pissing fight with the giant fire giant. You can also notice the fire giant is getting ready with another boulder that he just kind of sticks his hand into the ground for. Fire Drake is also getting ready to do something. You also notice that there is a dust cloud kind of right in front of you, and Averin probably panting from nearly getting squished. So you hear some panting in front of you. Rowena, would you be making any sound?
You know when Loki got smashed by Hulk?
Uh-huh.
That noise.
Yeah, so you're hearing that behind you. The creature,
But
you
you
kind
cut
of
it
hear
off
that.
eventually.
Yeah. So what would you like to do as you've made your way across that not so dangerous gap for you?
Ellie's going to look around her to see what's making that noise. And since obviously she only sees the dragon, she's going to kind of whisper tone. It's like, which of the teammates is over behind me? If you can hear me, let me know in some kind of way. Like,
And then the
say your
Drake
name.
notices you.
Whisper tone, woman.
Mhm.
I'm invisible, thank you.
Can Rowena respond with like reaction?
Yeah, you can respond as free action. You're in a lot of pain, so your words are kind of a little bit broken, but you can respond.
Rowena, it's Rowena.
Oh yeah, Ellie's gonna try to.
I'm good.
You want to roll me a stealth check real quick, Ellie?
No.
Yeah, you sure? With advantage.
I'm gonna argue that Jackson taught me very well, and this better work.
Oh, almost. As you say that, and Rowena kind of speaks. The Drake kind of looks to its side for a second, and then that makes me very curious on if you would notice that. Oh, he would. Oh, he takes the opportunity. Oh, he takes the opportunity for abso-fucking-lutely. He takes the opportunity. So the Drake turns his head ever so.
Ah! You
What the flip?
bitch!
Oh.
You
He takes the
tried to do
opportunity a
something?
little bit too fast. Little bit too. He like reaches down, like he grabs the rock and he starts just fucking chucking it. He doesn't even take the time to position it. He doesn't take the time to really notice. Nah, he fucking chucks that shit like a goddamn like a oh my god, like a baseball on crack. Unfortunately, it goes directly over the red dragon's head because he turned, and it flies all the way into this ash zombie over here and instantly just evaporates him from existence. It just you guys hear it from behind you just as it just explodes into pretty much nothingness. And you see this red dragon. He looked ever so slightly to his side for just a moment to kind of see who was talking, and then the giant rock flew over his skull, and he just goes, "Huh?" as his head snaps back to the fire giant. The amount of fucking disrespect that this fire giant just did to this Drake. Oh boy. Ellie, you can see with absolute certainty this motherfucker's pissed.
Indeed.
But you can hear, Rowena's to your side. It doesn't care about you anymore. It doesn't give a shit that if there's people around him. There's one thing this Drake cares about, and it's right in front of him.
I want to try to get to Rowena, like stretching my arms out in front of me to touch her.
Just kind of like walk
'Cause she
into
sounds-
the walk into Claire, just like, huh?
She needs
Huh?
help.
What's that?
Just trying to find her because it sounds like she needs help.
You eventually, you kind of like walk in there, you just start patting the sides, and you eventually find her boot, and you just kind of like grab her, thankfully not her obscenely injured arm, but you grab like her bicep of her normal arm as Rimway, at least now next to you.
Are you okay?
I'm good. I'm fine. Just wind knocked out. Give me a sec.
Okay. And that'll be Ellie's turn.
Alright. Bill, it's your
'Cause she
turn. You
found
just
Rowena.
watched the most disrespectful throw you've ever seen in your life to another creature.
I'm gonna. Okay, real quick. For my own sanity, I would like to make a wisdom save so Bill doesn't burst out laughing.
Yeah, feel free. Low is bad, high is good. Oh my god, that's so much to do. You managed to catch yourself in the nick of time before you just fucking erupted. My god.
I did that purely because Bill would absolutely start laughing at that.
Oh, you
Without
managed to catch
hesitation.
yourself in just the fucking nick of time.
Because that is the type of person he is. Alright. Is that still going to be a normal jump or a disadvantage jump?
That'd just be a normal jump.
Alright. Holding my breath. Oh no.
Oh no, Bill. So, You jump across it, and just like with Rowena, you jump and you grab onto the side, and you're like scraping the sides trying to get some kind of foothold. And you finally do as you like sink your talon into the side of it, as you're like hanging off the side. Ellie, you do hear his scraping and whatever noises he decides to
Alright.
make.
I have a way. You just hear fuck. as
Can Ellie respond?
Depends on what Bill's about to do.
the
Okay.
answer is sinking in with my my bone hand and
Oh yeah.
making a handhold that won't let me fall.
Yo, what fair? That does not rely on your muscle strength. So yeah, you fucking sink your dragon hand in there, and it drives in there. Like you sink it fucking hard.
Yeah, and I'm not talking like I normal. I'm talking a like acid drive. He's making sure he can't fall.
Yeah, that fucking thing sinks right in there, and it's not moving until you like wedge it out. Like you put in the will of fucking terror into that fucking wall, just like as you are hanging probably like 8 or so feet above sheer lava.
Yeah, as you just hear, I ain't falling today.
That's a little bit spooky to hear. The red dragon, or sorry, the this thing's pissed. It's going to be a bitch. Can't fly. Can fly. Oh, it can fly far. It's gonna fuck off from where it is currently. It's gonna fly all the way over to this guy. And it's going to wail at him. It's going to go fucking ham. As
God dang it.
is going to bite once and claw twice. It just the disrespect that this motherfucker was dealt with. It does not take this kindly. Let's see. I think the first one missed actually. Second two probably don't. Oh yeah, it hits with all three. This is gonna be painful. On. So, 1, 2, and 3. Alright, that's I have to calc that on. 28 plus 16 plus 15. That's 59 damage. As this, it's just driving into this guy. Did I say 59? I said 59. Yeah, it just straight up bloodied this guy in one shot. It is just ripping into its entire body. Just whoosh. So yeah, that was fun to watch. Yeah.
Okay.
The magma dude's just on flow there. I'm gonna bring him out of combat now, because he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. Averin! This is kind of terrifying.
Okay. Also, everyone's like looking at this list with like terror and fear, and it's just like, oh, okay. All right. So, let's see. Let me just look at the.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not good. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, hey, what's the light situation here?
I mean,
you're
it's
surrounded by
lava.
molten lava, so I'd wager it's pretty bright.
Yeah, so there's a lot of random light around because it's lava, but there's a shit ton of shadows just scattered everywhere because it's light from below. Aside from the lava, there are no light sources.
Okay, so let's see. Any light shadows around this bunch?
I mean, yeah, you have their shadows, and you have the shadows of the
Yeah.
crystals and the like.
Okay. So I
And
think
even
if
with the rock shadows, too.
Yeah, okay. So... Oh, yeah, wait, no, well... Okay, oh, yeah, I can just help... okay, wait. Okay, so I think if I walk forward to, like, about here or something, and then I teleport over, over there-ish.
Yeah.
And then just tell me if I'm going getting a little too ambitious. I'm gonna use no, yeah, just somewhere around there. Like, yeah. And then I
Mhm.
use dissonant whispers on the dragon.
Oh. Oh, okay. Go on.
Just yeah, move back.
That still
Move back.
causes pain.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. But theoretically, I should be semi-hidden. I mean, my cloak surrounds me in shadows, and I'm still stealthy.
Yeah, you are very stealthy.
Theoretically.
So, let's see. I believe Bill had Ellie and himself and Oliver, and then Abram, you had Rowena.
Correct.
Okay, so you're going to hold on to Rowena's with your invisibility. Dissonant Whispers is not a that, so you're pretty much inside the shadow here. You're going to do it on the dragon, which means the dragon has to make a wisdom saving throw, which is, funny enough, one of its worst saving throws. What's it DC? DC 16. That's actually not that bad. Arguably, that's the best saving throw you could really have made it make. And you
Yeah.
succeeded! Oh
Yes.
my god.
Yes.
With a +4, you succeeded. So
Yes.
it's going to take 3d6 damage, which really is just a
it
drop in
really
the bucket.
sucks. No one can see who's really, controlling the dragon.
So yeah, you pretty much are in the shadows, but you kind of
Freaking
form
dragon.
there. And it's going to move as fast as its speed allows it to move. Now I want you to realize just how fast that is.
Okay. Well, that's a direction. That is a direction.
It must move away from you as far as possible.
Oh, that's fair. You could have had a gun like on a diagonal or something.
So it fucks off. It fucks off hard. As you guys all just kind of watch it for a second as it is clawing, ripping, and just tearing into this fire giant, and suddenly it peeks up, turns towards you, jumps up into the air, and fucking bolts it. It goes so fast that the wind starts pushing some of you guys to the side, especially Bill, who's literally hanging by a claw. As it, since you're so dug in there, you're not gonna do anything to get out. But it fucks off.
Hey, wait, how do
real
hey, wait.
hard.
Oh shoot, wait, how do I get back?
Yeah, that's it. I mean, you can teleport into other people's shadows too.
Oh, actually,
you-
I can only teleport with my cloak thing once a day.
Oh, yeah, this is true.
Shoot.
Oh.
The consequences of my action.
You can do that 20-foot jump. 20-foot jump.
Can I make a 20-foot jump?
That's a hard. You could do connect jaunt to allow you to do it, but that's a hard jump. The fire giant is just laying there.
I could encourage you to make this one. It's like 15 feet, but still.
Yeah, the fire giant is just laying there, just blood just pouring out of him. He goes, I don't know if you speak his language. Do you speak giant?
Nope.
You have no idea what the fuck he's saying. All you know is he's in pain.
Yeah.
Cool. Alright. Cool. Alright, Oliver, your turn. Just watch this massive drake like jump into there and land on the same continent you're in, clearly backing up as much as it can.
You know the worst part? That's as far as I can make it.
Yeah, you do see a claw-shaped hole in the side of the this rock now, by the way. Don't know if that means anything to you, but it's there.
Oh, crap. Just mutters to himself. But unfortunately, I have nothing I can do right now from here.
Rowena, it's your turn. You're in a lot of pain.
And half speed. So I'll use half of my half speed to stand up, which means what? It was 20? Do you go up? Because half of 35
I
is
believe
like the
it
weird
rounds
one.
down if I remember correctly. So you would be at 20 feet.
Yeah. Anytime you do rounding in D&D, you always round down, unfortunately.
Yeah, so
Boo!
your max speed is 20 at the moment.
Okay. So it'd be 10 feet now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Still invisible. That's okie dokie.
Wait, 35 down to 10?
35 down to 20, then she stood up for half her speed to 10.
Right,
Yep.
right.
Okay, yeah. I'll move my 10 feet that way.
Okay.
And then I'll do my dash action to get up to the edge here.
Nice. All right. Yeah, you're
Adding my
practically
pass.
hobbling at this point. You were in.
It's fine.
Yeah, holding on to your arm, just like ha ha. Your mind is taking tolls on you at this point too. The fire giant, he's not moving. Yeah, he ain't doing shit. If I don't take him out of the initiative order, because he's not moving at all. Ellie, your turn. You okay?
I'll tell her.
You know, Ruby's just knocking everything off my shelf.
Oh no.
So, it's fine.
Rowena will tell her, since she's invisible, like, okay, head into the stones. Let's go.
Okay, I'll follow.
What? Where are you going?
Where you go? Unless she starts going the way to go back, you're just like, wait, what? Alright, so you gonna follow her?
Yes.
Okay.
Every step.
Nice. So you're pretty much just like kind of holding on to her good arm and kind of following her step by step. Bill, your turn. Be acrobatics to actually get on top of the rock at this point, considering your angle. Oh, nice. You do in fact manage to get a good hold with your not so good arm, your right arm. Manage to get a good hold, rip your claw out, place it over the edge, and pull yourself up. It's kind of painful, but that's because you're small, so it's not the hardest thing in the world, not the easiest thing in the world. But you do manage to get yourself up, kind of right as rain.
That hurt. Where am I?
You see a fire giant to your right.
Ah, poor fella. He looks tired. All right, time to keep going. Just a casual jaunt.
Good lord. All right. And with that, it will be, unless you want dash.
No, Bill's gonna walk. That hurt. He's gonna be a second.
You had to like swing yourself awkwardly, grab it, pull it awkwardly. It was very, very annoying movements. Averin, it is now your turn. You have no idea where your teammates are at this point.
Yeah, I think Averin is just like stumbling upwards, just like shoot, that was dumb. Shoot. Alright, let's see. So would kinetic jump increase my ability? Kinetic jaunt increase my ability to jump?
Kinetic jaunt allows you to increase your walking speed by 10 feet, which means your max speed is 40, which means that if you take a running jump and you put all of your force into it and you roll a good acrobatics check, you could in fact clear this entire gap. Or you could go face first in lava. Or you actually up there, I forgot you can go up there too. You would need kinetic jaunt for that large of a gap.
Yeah, I'll just.
Or you just need to
jaunt.
really just run for it, but highly easy.
My visibility is already gone. There's no reason for me not to. I'll just.
Okay.
Almost all my spell slots are gone, but
Sleep is not had yet.
What the heck kind of damage roll would be viable for kinetic jaunt?
Oh, you can move through space of another creature. If you end your turn in a creature's space, you're shunted to the last unoccupied space you occupied, and you take that damage, 1d8 force damage.
I think you take it as force damage.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like if you teleport into a wall, you take 1d8 force damage. But yeah,
That's
roll
fair.
me acrobatics, and because you're taking a kind of a shorter path. I mean, it's not really. Actually, no, that's like 20 feet or so. Never mind. Yeah, roll me it flat. Or how's
Yeah.
that fucking regard? Oh,
Woo!
cool. Yeah.
30-20.
So you managed to literally just like whop whop, hi ya, whoppa.
Yeah.
You literally jump across a boiling pit of lava, which if you had failed this jump would have actually killed you. So,
Well, you know,
fear of
live
death.
life on the edge. Yeah.
and all that. Oliver,
Yeah.
having not seen her daring feat of nature, you do see the claw mark get a little bit bigger in the wall and some dust over the edge. So you assume something was
Yeah.
over there.
Mhm.
I'm gonna take 5 feet step back and try and go for the long jump
Nice,
with a
nice.
10-foot run up.
Okay. Let's see. I'll make sure I'm getting the thingamabob correct. If I can find it, there it is. At least 10 feet on foot. Each foot you clear on the jump costs a foot of movement. Nice. Okay. So you are able to do that. Roll me acrobatics to see how well you managed to stand after managing to jump it. Because you're pretty much jumping into a pit. Okay. Yeah. No, you have absolutely no difficulty. You
Slow
jump.
and steady.
Yeah, you
Actually
pretty much
wins.
slow and steady. You jump all the way, land in the pit without any issue. You're just like, not as bad as I thought.
From here
I
all the way
like-
over there, so I have 10 feet left, and no,
Yep.
5 feet left.
I like to think that
Another
like
step forward, and
all-
this turn.
Okay.
yeah. I like to think that all the rest of us are like panicked, like, all right, we gotta make this. I don't care about the danger. I'm just gonna jump it. And then Oliver has just been tagging along behind, so like, okay, all right, we'll just make sure that the distance is proper and everything's safe. And I'm just gonna very carefully take a little bit of a hop.
Pulls
I mean,
out a
okay,
ruler.
so-
That's about 5 feet or so. I can do that.
I mean,
Okay,
Bill's
so
not
has
really
anyone ever
panicked.
been down to Newport in Oregon? Specifically down to the jetty?
Hmm.
Because I think these jumps probably feel a lot like my general antics down there
Oh, yeah.
in real life.
Hmm.
Just like all these huge jumps and all this balance necessary, and I'm practically just walking across all this stuff.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, Rowena, you are easily the most injured one. Both physically and mentally. So how do you want to take these
I'm
rocks?
mentally strong. I got this. I'm gonna go here
Okay.
and then end my turn.
Alright, cool.
Well, right
let's
here.
see. Yeah, that's about 10. You actually have 20 feet of movement, so you could move yourself over here with some difficulty.
Yeah, that's difficult.
All right, fair enough.
Would it be difficult if I wait?
It'd be less difficult if Ellie would hold you while you were trying to get across.
I mean,
She can literally drag
Ellie
you
could do that.
across faster than you can move across.
I piggyback ride.
So you want to wait or?
I'm waiting right here.
All right, cool. So Ellie, it's your turn. I'm assuming you make the same gap. It's not even a
Yep.
foot distance, and you pretty much grab her shoulder. And there's a decent gap that you're about to make, but you can literally like kind of pick her up to some degree and kind of move across the gap with her, making sure neither of you really fall. It will be an acrobatics check on your part, though.
I have a plus 11.
You can
Okay.
do it. Give me that nat 1.
Listen, I was just about to say, even if you get in that one, you're still not.
You're very
Bitch.
close on that
Uh,
one.
I know, right?
So scary.
So the two of you managed to make it over to this block without much difficulty. You can do that again if you would like.
Sure. I can do
All
that.
right. Yeah,
Oh,
really
wow.
not difficult for you. You
Now you're
haven't
used
really,
to it. Now you're used to it.
yeah, you already haven't done this with someone else before, especially not over, the perilous danger of lava beneath you. But you get hang of it fairly quickly, manage to get all the way across, and she's now on, stone steps, which is a massive relief for her. And then,
You're much
Bill.
lighter than Jackson.
Happy to hear.
Enough, I think that's actually true.
If he did shit, doesn't he have heavier armor than me?
Jackson's a rogue,
no.
so no, he uses light stealth armor.
Okay.
Can see 90. Anyways, yeah. So
Are
Bill,
you
it's your turn.
checking it?
Well, I can.
Mm.
Shush.
Make me?
Not yet.
Yeah, so I speak
let's
loudly into
see.
the good night.
He actually doesn't have a weight on him, so he's probably like 160, 170, I would say.
I say Arena is like 135, 140.
Yeah.
I was about to say, I didn't go that into detail about his character sheet.
Yeah, so Bill, it's now your turn.
I mean, the casual walkover. He's not going to attempt anything crazy.
Alright, cool. Yeah, so you just take your time, make it slow, walk over the rocks, and honestly, these ones are really nicely placed, so it's not even that hard for you to do. You assume this is where the people tend to walk over, like the couriers and whatnot. So it's fairly nicely placed. It's not really all that difficult. And the young white dragon, he's not fucking with this shit. Something was over with this fire giant. He's not even going to give time of day. He does spit on the fire giant though. Doesn't do anything, but I mean it's kind of insulting. It's also 80-foot spit, so it's pretty impressive. But yeah, he's just fucks off. And yeah. And so you pretty much all make it across. I assume, Oliver, that you just don't take the exact same slow, steady, not anything crazy, not jumping across three of them at the same time.
Yeah, probably.
Alright, cool. So yeah, you all make it across fairly easily. You guys kind of wait a moment for Oliver to get there, as you assume he would have been much more careful than the rest of you guys have been. And you guys eventually make it up the stairs and into, like we expected you guys would be about 7 episodes ago, in the dwarven throne room.
Let's go!
Let's go!
Oh, hey, look, there's Serena already there.
Yeah,
Nice,
she's
nice.
yeah. Wonder why. Wonder how she got there.
Get there? How'd that get there?
Uh-huh.
I'm now realizing, man, I could have maybe been helpful this episode, but nah.
you just kind of watch them like, cool.
You cast invisibility.
This is
Yeah,
true.
but that was a prerequisite. That wasn't actively being helpful. That was something we all agreed on.
You are all still completely invisible as you walk in here. The king seems none the
Except for
wiser.
me.
Except for
me.
you. Yeah, you just walk in there like, hey guys, I'm normal. No one else actually notices you're not invisible. Just like,
I don't even acknowledge it. I just kind of walk behind them.
yeah. But yeah, the king is just kind of doing some stuff. He looks up and goes, I have a visitor.
Five actually. Give me a moment. I just say as I remove my own invisibility.
Hi! You're small. Bill decloaks himself as well, and he's like,
Okay. I was about to say.
Short man's short. Call one short king to another.
Let me show his portrait real quick. There you go. This is the king. He is pretty short, honestly. But he's wearing kind of fine gear, a little bit furrier than you would expect. Though this place is actually a little bit colder than most of the rooms that you guys have been, especially the one that you're just in. The realm or area that you guys are around is absolutely plastered with gold. Like gold, gems, riches galore. There's so much it's practically spilling out of the ground itself as he's looking over all of you. And you guys do also notice on the left side, there is this massive 20 by 20, I believe is the distance. Oh, sorry, 45 by 25 solid rock square that's just being hung up by a what looks to be a stone arm of sorts, and it's just being held up probably about
Why is
15
it
feet above the
stretched?
ground.
Oh, sorry. You just have the map so stretched.
Yeah, it's probably because of just how the Foundry did it.
Mm-hmm.
I could
It's
unstretch
fine.
it.
No,
Do you want me
it's
to
okay,
unstretch
I
it?
guess.
I can unstretch it.
It just
Might fuck you
mm,
up. I can
it's
unstretch
gonna.
it.
It's fine.
Do you have a preferred statement of how big it is?
Okay, it's just making the map look so bad, and I had the grid specifically set up.
The
so
map
they're
looks
bigger.
great.
It really doesn't.
It totally looks great.
Here we go. I'll
That's
do.
just
No,
that's
it's
just
fine.
artist. That's just artist brain. It looks great. I like the
Ellie.
colors and the aesthetic.
Ellie, it's okay. I agree with Avrin. It looks nice.
It just because it looks nice doesn't mean
Ellie,
Does it just because it doesn't look nice? Just because it looks nice doesn't mean it looks
the
nice.
grading is so bad.
Ellie,
It looks
okay.
awesome.
It's fine.
I understand where you're coming from. I know what you're
Okay,
saying about the
you know what?
stretching, but it's
Next
good.
time,
I
I'm
didn't even
reviewing
notice.
the maps before you do anything, honey.
I
how
did-
about
I
that?
didn't notice.
That's barely better, but the grading's so bad. Anyway, continue. I'm just gonna start reviewing the maps before you stream. Before you
This has
ruin my
been like a
maps.
3-month-long adventure. You have been able to look at any
I
point.
haven't checked on this map in months since you uploaded. Anyway, my poor map.
I legit did not notice.
Yeah, neither did I. Anyways, so yeah, it's area just plastered with gold coins, silver coins, copper coins galore, literal bars of gold just sitting around everywhere. There's a couple statues. There's a fairly massive stone block. It is a very nice looking block, and it looks very specifically proportioned too. It's not like just a random rock in the air. Though why someone would have that, who knows? He has multiple treasure chests next to him that are just literally bursting with gold. This looks more like a dragon's lair than it does anything else.
I'm so sorry, but Bill's nature.
Oh boy.
Bill's
Is there
inner.
Oh no. Please
As-
don't fall through the holes.
As Bill's
There you
just gonna run up. He's running all the way up to the man. He's
He
going to
raises
point
an
at
eyebrow at you.
He points at his beard and looks back. His beard is immaculate. He yells this at the party, by the way.
I'm actually going to switch the thing to. Yes. Okay. It's about to have a heart attack. Good lord. Back to the main position. Sometimes my tokens don't agree with me, and I was about to be very pissed if, like, most of the way through the episode, my tokens just shit themselves again. That would have made me very peeved. Anyways, so he just kind of looks at you, and he's just like, right.
Hi.
I'm sorry, I don't know what you are.
Oh, I'm a Kenku.
Indeed. You see him write the words Kanku in front of him.
Oh, and my name is Bill.
He then writes Bill. He
wait,
then
you guys
puts
have-
race question mark under the Kanku.
Yes, Kenku is my race. Bill's just like looking at him write this. Yes, that is my
He then
race.
scribbles out the question mark. He hasn't broken eye contact with you, by the way.
Bill's looking at his eyes, looking down at what he's writing, looking at his eyes, looking at his writing. So what's with the book?
Oh, I keep track of most things in this.
Wait. Hold on. I want to look at the book. Does he have Rowena written?
He does.
Bill's
Well,
gonna
Am I
look-
still
specifically,
invisible?
yeah, he has last name Rowena and first name whatever the name Avern came up with.
Magdalene.
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 Yeah. Bill's gonna look up. Hey guys, Rowena here, and apparently her name is Mandolin. Hey Rowena, when did you come here? As Bill looks back at her.
Am I invisible still or what?
Ellie breaks her invisibility.
Figured all of
It's
you already
like-
had, but yeah.
Ellie breaks her invisibility. It's like Rowena. That's not Rowena's name. It's Saravel. I'm sorry. You probably meant to keep that as a secret, but the king shouldn't have it incorrect.
He
So she's
raises his eye, looks over Bill's shoulder, sees Rowena, and goes,
One question.
uh,
Is Rowena the only child of the person?
No,
Um,
Ellie's
the guy.
my sister.
Ellie.
Well, I mean, like, just like the only, like,
the only child that they know of. However, the king doesn't know.
yeah.
But
Oh.
yes, I do believe that
So-
Rowena is, air quote, an only child.
Can I break my own
Yeah.
invisibility? I thought.
I figured you guys had already. If you hadn't broken your invisibility, then he wouldn't have he wouldn't noticed you yet.
I just thought because last
Uh-huh.
time when Bill cast it on me, Bill had to break concentration.
Ah.
Yeah, you can technically break it if you want to, but as long as you don't actively want it broken, the spell
Mhm.
will continue until the person keeping the concentration, as far as I'm aware,
Mhm.
breaks it and or whatever the DM decides.
And to be fair, you could technically also just like grab an arrow and just slam it into the floor to probably break it as well.
Could do that, yeah. So it's like it requires a violent motion in order to break it, unless the person who did it on you breaks it themselves. So if Bill just turns off your invisibility, or if you do a violent motion towards, say, the ground or teammate, it will then break invisibility as well.
No, I would have just asked Averin before we got in here, like, "Hey, drop my invisibility."
Oh yeah, I forgot everyone was that. Ooh! Averin, do you turn off her invisibility?
Oh no.
Okay. Well, okay.
But Ellie
that
knows
is
she's here.
Ooh.
Ellie helped her
That is-
in.
that is a
No.
big question. I feel.
Because Ellie, you would know she's here. But the question
Yeah,
is,
Ellie
does
helped her
Averin
in.
choose to break the invisibility?
Can I break?
No.
I would just punch. Hmm.
No, it requires the person to do a violent action or the person who is using invisibility to break it with their concentration.
Concentration. Yeah, you could punch Averin, and then she would have to roll a concentration.
I would have
check.
to find Averin.
Averin's
believe
Technically,
not
I don't know
invisible.
where Averin is.
I
Averin's
believe
not invisible.
literally. I believe
Oh, she's
literally
not?
any-
Okay.
I believe invisibility is also broken by any spellcast, whether or not it's harmful at all,
Yeah, that's true.
which includes
I.
cantrips.
Yeah, I can get away with this. I don't break the invisibility.
Ooh, okay.
Oh no.
So-
Oh no.
so- Rowena, you kind of look behind you. You go, "Hey, Averin, turn off my invisibility." And Averin, like I don't know if you're looking her in the eyes or something, or if you're avoiding.
If I know where she is, I like subtly. I just like subtly shake my head. No, it's like kind of. I think it's a sort of
Ooh.
expression, almost like kind of almost concern, almost worry, and like kind of like a stern sort of fear. As I just subtly shake my head, no.
Ooh. Okay. And Ellie, you would also see this very, very subtle and very concerned no, as the king kind of looks over your shoulder, Bill, and he goes, "Yes, I met one of the Elven king's daughters."
Yeah. Wait, is Rowena here? Did
Rowena is right here beside me.
Marina's not
And I
talking
am-
right now.
And I am also the elven leader's daughter
Wait.
as well.
Wait,
Ooh,
wait.
that's interesting. If you move
Wait.
away from her, Rowena, she wouldn't know where you are.
Hey, Sin.
Yeah.
Dispel
Honey.
magic because Bill's not playing this game
Oh
right now.
shit!
Marina stopped. She's like, "What?"
Oh
Oh
shit!
gosh.
Yeah, Bill's confused and wants an answer for once, and you see
Oh,
Bill turn around.
shit.
You see him kind of
If
like.
I could kiss Bill. Oh
You
my
see-
gosh.
Okay, everyone in the party sees for once Bill's expression go from like the normal, like, normally cheery to a very concerned, and you see him look over, go, Rowena, and you see him snap with his dragon hand, and electricity come off it for once instead of acid.
Bill would have heard
Ooh.
Rowena move with me as well.
He knew
Uh-huh.
she was
'Cause-
there because you
yeah.
guys were doing stuff next to him.
Yeah.
So he knows you two were moving. So he
Mhm.
snaps it for
Mhm.
Rowena to dispel the magic.
Ooh, interesting. Okay.
As Bill
Oh,
looks
shit.
at you in the dead of the eye, Rowena, and goes, "When were you here?"
Rowena's not
Counterspell?
looking at you guys. She's looking at Averin.
And Bill's
Oh,
gonna
no.
look past you and look at Averin.
Yeah,
see-
so you see the invisibility kind of wash off of Rowena, and Rowena's just staring confusedly at Averin. In fact, I'm pretty sure everyone's just staring at Averin now except for the king.
Hey, can you give us a moment, sir? I think something's come up.
Sure.
Oh, by the way, what's your name? As Bill kind of his mentality shifts and he looks at the king. What's your name, by the way?
God, I have to find his name now. Hold on. Oh, did I not give him a? I don't think I gave him a name. Hold on, I'll figure that out. Hold on, you-
Something Valhendrix Keep. I mean, something
Something
Valhendrix.
Valhendrix.
You know what? I'm trying.
You guys keep talking. I'll find the name.
You see Averin
Is it not on the
just
image you revealed?
No.
you see Averin just standing there, and she is like completely still, and she is like staring like not quite like direct, like not like directly downwards, but like kind of like at the general light floor, and her eyes like kind of just like look past everything.
Ooh.
She doesn't show fear, but you can like see this sort of like firmness in her determination to look like completely blank. She just says like nothing.
The king's name, by the way, will be Glacide.
Ooh.
Nice to meet
Like a
you,
glacier.
Glacide.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's just kind of staring, and then he just kind of looks back at his book, and he looks back at Rowena. Now, Rowena is very injured, and her arm is injured. So to him, it really doesn't change anything for him. He legitimately is confused as to why you're back in this room and why you're with a group of people. But to him, this is the same person. So he's not really going to question anything.
Wait. So, hold on. Rowena was here, but Rowena's looking at Averin. Averin's looking at the floor, and... What? I don't get it.
Ellie's peeved.
I was just worried that... Wait, Rowena, are you okay? Your arm's kind of messed up. Rowena?
Rowena,
I'm
were you
fine.
here those hours you were gone?
I told you shouldn't have trusted me.
Oh,
She'll turn back around towards the king.
Oh, I wish I had
Oh,
Zona's truth
shit.
right now. I'm playing the wrong character.
Averin
Oh my
like takes Averin like does practically like a double take basically.
I'm-
Like she's like in her own world. She doesn't react like extremely strongly, but she like looks up at you with like an almost like what?
I'm going to insight Rowena because she's acting funky.
Same.
Oh.
I'm not lying. I said you shouldn't.
No,
yeah,
but
This
you
is
were
true.
looking... Okay, no.
Technically.
From Bill's perspective,
Uh-huh.
Bill doesn't know fully what's going on, but the fact that you didn't respond immediately to anything, and the fact you were staring at Averin to Bill, not from an intelligence but from a wisdom standpoint, is just weird.
Yeah, you guys are welcome. Roll me insight real quick. All right, that'd be 16. Allie, you want to roll wisdom?
Oh, wisdom?
Sorry, not
yeah,
wisdom,
there you go.
insight. Well, I mean, it is wisdom. But
I mean,
see,
even
wow,
outside of
16.
that,
Good lord.
I mean, even outside of that, just the quick, you shouldn't have trusted me. It's just a quick.
Yeah.
It probably would
So-
fit for Raleigh to just be concerned because just like she's already threatened to shoot him several times.
Yeah, I
Just
love
like,
that
just in case
tattoo.
if there's
Ollie
any
just
hostility in that.
yeah. So you guys are looking at
no
her,
idea.
trying to determine what she means by you shouldn't have trusted me. To the best of your knowledge, from that insight, it feels, and correct me if I'm wrong, Ruben, it feels like the answer she's giving is yes, she was here. That's what it feels like to you guys.
Everyone's too like completely out of it to like actually roll an insight thing.
So
like she just has
Yeah,
emotional
but-
thoughts.
The insight
But
was
really-
for what exactly? What are they looking for insight into?
Insight into your intentions.
Into my
Oh,
intentions?
okay.
Yep.
Basically,
Specifically in Bill's case,
Yeah, because sorry, Ellie knows kind of an idea where Rowena has been
Fuck the
those
chest.
hours. So really, it's like okay, like
Fucking chest.
yeah,
specifically for Bill, because he doesn't have full context of everything you've done.
Mm-hmm.
Given the fact that to Bill, you were staring at Averin, and then you turned around and said that it seemed like to Bill that you were covering for something that she may have done. He doesn't know what, but for him, it's the insight into, okay, what are you covering up with that? He's not doubting that you're telling the truth because he listened to you and Ellie's conversation, but he's inciting into what you're talking about or what you're trying to do. More or less what you're trying to what you're trying to do.
She's so the main thing is she's not trying to cover for anything. She's talking around it.
So honestly,
Sorry, I
with,
need to think
with
real
that
quick.
16, I'm gonna let you have free reign over how you express this.
You see kind of Bill like, what are you talking around? Bill's not smart. He's not gonna he's gonna be direct.
Because she doesn't I'm speaking through it in my own head right now.
Yeah.
Because I know why she said what she just said.
Yeah.
She said it because she wants Ellie to stop trusting and be more doubtful, especially because she herself has more of a reason to be of doubt than Averin. She's confused why Averin didn't drop invisibility.
Ooh.
But she doesn't want to connect it to what's happening right now. So
Mhm.
she herself is kind of blinding herself to what is going on. So I don't know how exactly to answer this.
Interesting. So, ooh, okay.
Because she just defended her so hard.
Yeah. So I
She's
would
like,
say
I don't want to be wrong.
I would say that Bill, you're not getting too much. And I mean, you have that question of like, what are you walking around? Ellie, the only thing you're really getting is kind of a standoffish, kind of a gut check that you're getting from her at the moment. It's kind of you shouldn't always trust. That's kind of like the thing that you're getting there is just like a what the fuck?
Bill's gonna look back at the book, look at her. Hey Ellie, what's Rowena's full name?
Oh boy.
As Bill's gonna
She
look at
just
the
shouted
king.
that.
Yeah, it's Saravel Rowena.
My mom calls me Saravel Rowena.
Bill looks at the king. That's the wrong name for that person.
Not surprised.
I should know. I met
Yeah, he doesn't look to have
Mom?
even a lick of surprise on his face.
That's weird.
I've
So
met Mom. She is my mom as well. And we
Uh,
share the same father.
He kind of like looks at the group and he just goes, I'm not really sure what your connection with her is, but if you've ever been part of a large political intrigue and you give your first name, you clearly have not been part of a political intrigue before.
no, I haven't. Hey Rowena, if you were to give a false name, what's the false name you're most likely to give?
Why would I tell you that?
Because I'm your friend. And I have no care about your false name, given I know your actual name.
I would just come up with a name.
No, fair enough. She looks like it.
There is no name that I have on the top of my head.
Yeah, it was a very gut reaction. It's just like, just come up with a name, and you're just like, oh, Alright, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough. Just,
No,
and-
actually, I have this list of names that I prefer.
Yeah.
and so
It's like passwords.
wait, so why was she here? That's weird. I mean, she travels with us, and she doesn't have another party.
He kind of like raises his eyebrow at that part.
Yeah, like, wait, hey, Rowena, do you have other people you travel with in your spare time? I thought you were a scout.
Can Ellie answer this?
Sure, I'm fucking.
This is
care.
not something we need to worry about, you guys.
No, I'm
This
a
is
little.
something to worry
we
about
need to worry
later.
about.
This
No,
is something
this
we
is-
should worry about later. Right now, we need to
Some-
talk to the king.
No,
Right, we are talking to the king. Right
just
now, the king
confused.
seems confused as to who was actually here in your place.
Does the
Rowena
king-
travels alone, and she has only traveled with this group the past 7 months.
Does
Kind of
she?
raises his eyebrow further, and he's just like, "You seem to be under the impression that I give any particular care as to
Yeah.
the adventures of any one of you individual creatures."
Fine.
You're wrong, Ellie.
Okay, fine.
Oh,
What did she come here for? What did she
again, he
talk to
kind of
you
like
about?
leans forwards on the desk. He just goes, "Why would I tell a complete stranger why another complete stranger came and talked to me?"
Yeah, that's a fair point, actually. Still very confusing, though.
He shrugs. "I don't care what's confusing to you or those around you. You are not part of my clan. You are not part of my forces. Therefore, I have no interest or care for any one of you individuals."
Hey, can we bargain about that then?
Oh, what could you possibly have to offer?
Oh, this, as Bill pulls out a pound of the God's Tier ore. This stuff.
Ew. Ooh.
But since you don't want to talk about the
boy.
idea... No,
Ooh,
Sin.
boy.
Sin, like, he pulls out this ore in front of everyone. But since you don't want to talk about stuff that strangers have done because our friend didn't tell us where they were what they were doing, just Bill pockets it back. You don't need that. As Bill turns around and starts walking off. And Rowena doesn't need to tell us anything.
Huh.
Yep, we
And-
can just go back to how life was, and you guys can try to
Where did you
deal with the
find
war
that?
without any help.
I spent some time mining, specifically in neutral zones, in areas that no one would care about. I also had a dragon mine it for me deep, deep, deep down, mainly because I have connections that people don't really see. You make friends with a lot of things down here.
Interesting.
And since I'm the one who technically mined it, the ore that I found is mine.
That could solve a war for us.
The war with the fire giants?
Indeed. They've been hungering around us for a long time, because they are not the best miners, but even their forging ability far surpasses ours. They can use actual lava, and we cannot. So we've been trying to find that for a long time and keep on the down low. If anything, I would try to get that off of you so you don't give it to them.
Oh, please. It's fine. Both sides already have the same ore anyway.
Oh.
I met your deep dive miners. They have a pound, and I'm using a fire giant to forge me some weapons, so he has a pound. This pound, so both sides have a pound of it, but I have another pound. I could give it to you in exchange for cooperation with what she wants. He points at Ellie. And you get another pound. I'm one for equal opportunities amongst peoples.
Oh, just like calls back. There's also a free bottle of alcohol. All I brewed in as well. Just like says, holding it above his head.
Yeah, as Bill's own devious nature's coming out, he had his reasons for going down there, and that's why he didn't tell you guys.
He kind of looks at it, he goes, "I don't know her intentions, therefore all of the requests that she wishes to be made of me will require at least 1 pound. Considering they could be nigh impossible tasks, depending on what she asks for, I may require another pound, depending on how severe or possibly how dangerous to my own forces it may be."
That's fair.
For
Here.
cooperation with you, and to give you information that could in theory be used to sabotage my entire forces, and therefore put all of my potential friends or others potentially to death. I would require another pound.
I'm only giving you 1 pound, or I can start cutting that pound up and put it into, let's say, grams. Wait, is that the right term? Bill looks at Oliver. It's grams, right?
It is, in fact, a smaller measuring total, yes.
Okay, cool. I used the right word then. Sometimes I've ended up using gallons instead of thing. As Bill starts putting his hands around, measurements are weird, and I don't like them, and I don't understand them fully. All I know is that this is a pound. And that's it.
Then I will take a pound for interactions with you and her, if her requests are too, shall we say, far outside my capabilities. I will require another pound, especially if it is to the danger of my citizens, shall we say. But I will
Hey,
let
Ellie.
you determine if you are willing to give up another.
I mean, I'll give you a pound to just answer questions fully instead of, dancing around. I'm not that smart, but I am at least semi-competent, I think. I hope. Ellie, am I competent?
Yes.
Cool. Here, as he walks over and hands him the pound now. Answer her questions, please.
He kind of grabs it and he starts looking over it. You can tell, just by looking at him and the way he looks at it, he has a refined eye. And he kind of looks over it, very gently touching it, and he actually puts it just to the side of him. Just on the table, just to the side.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Your eyes are good. Your eyes are good. Hold on. As Bill, one finger, as he starts digging. What's this weird metal stuff? As he pulls out the unknown statue metal.
He kind of looks over it for a second. I'm amazed you managed to get that.
What is it?
It was one of the first metals ever forged by the dwarven god. Kind of made in the image of him in some cases. It's a sacred metal, shall you say. It has no worth aside from gold to dwarves.
Yeah, well, since it has no worth besides to you guys, here, and he just hands it to him. He's got no use for it.
He again raises his eye, but he just kind of grabs it and he puts it into a chest next to him.
Cool. All right. Have fun with her questions. I have done my job. And Bill's just gonna walk over here and look down the grate.
What questions
Bill.
do you require?
Well, my first is simple, and it's to many hopeless and naive, but all that I ask, well, one of the things I will ask is you do not participate in the war at all. Not a single one of your forces will go outside these walls. When the war comes, prior or after or during the war, you guys will not leave this premises. That is all I ask. My other question is simply what is inside of this concrete box to our left? Is it something for the war? Because something that's solid and kept away, it's bound to be for that, I'm sure.
For your first question, am I to assume that your party decides to take on this war all by yourself if you do not require the assistance of my armies?
We require nothing from your armies or from you. We'll deal with the war ourselves however we see fit, whether that is to end it, and if we cannot end it, then we will see our own way to try to dissolve it from there. But
Such a naive child. But I shall listen.
I know.
However, I require one thing of you, if you wish for me not to go on that path.
And what is that?
You will make sure that no orc steps inside of my hallowed halls, inside of my caverns. If a single orc makes its way through our passage, we will kill every single orc that has ever stood foot on this continent, with or without the help of the elves. I had gotten information recently that orcs are planning to raid my caverns. As you can imagine, I do not take that information kindly.
Can I make an intelligence check about this?
You're welcome to.
Yeah.
I wish-
Ooh.
I really wish that there was a knowledge local check in D&D, but I'm just gonna have to do straight intelligence.
16.
That wasn't mine.
Okay. You can tell he's
was
absolutely
Ellie's.
telling the
That
truth.
wasn't mine.
Yep.
Here we go.
You haven't been towards the orc area very recently, but you would know that if the orcs went through the dwarven caverns and they fought their way through, they would be able to pincer the elves and easily win. Or if the orcs managed to get the dwarves on their side, it would be a very easy win. And the other way too.
So regardless of which side you stand on the dwarves will wind up as the wild card either way. Either their resources or their men, and he just mutters to himself.
He doesn't seem to hear you from the distance you're standing at. Ellie, you can tell he is absolutely telling the truth, 100%.
Well, we'll see that the orcs don't make their way through. If anything, we can try to make a temporary block into your tunnel system in connection to the orcs. Because that is our next stop after this point, which means any orcs in those tunnels we will deal with ourselves, and any that seek out that tunnel we will deal with ourselves. That we can guarantee.
I put about as much faith as you as I put into that gold over there not boiling if I put it to high enough temperatures. So, you either will do as you say, or the orcs will die. I don't care much which.
I'm not
Sir?
asking for faith, I'm asking you to stay.
Sir, might I actually suggest a third possible direction, he says, stepping up.
Oh, what would that be?
He received intelligence that it's possible that one of the sides, I'm not going to be pointing figures, is likely to be involving a particular type of exceptionally lethal illness into their assault against their adversaries on the opposing side of the continent. Should you find yourself on either side of the alliance, there's a very strong chance that one of your soldiers might pick up on this illness. This illness has more than enough power to turn your entire civilization into a red paste on its own.
I see.
I've already given information to your blanking on the name for the library here again, the archives.
Yeah.
I've already given information to your archivists about a treatment for this illness, as well as a basic process for how to get started on this general array of skills. But I'm not exactly convinced that these would be skills that would be fully learnable within the time frame before the war begins. It might just be best off to simply try and avoid interaction with either side of the war.
I will keep that in mind. In that case, if an orc steps foot into our territory, we will kill them and then blockade every entrance into here. And make sure none pass without specific checks.
Seems the
Fair
most
enough.
reasonable decision.
To answer your second question, that box is a cage. It is a cage developed for a paladin of Palor by their own wish.
A paladin of Palor no longer wanting to fight?
Indeed. He came by around, I will say about 7 years. About 7 years ago. Said he had no wish to fight in the war. Had given up his pendant to another who may have been able to bring about peace more effectively than his blood-stained sword, and asked my workers to present him with a box that even he could not leave. So we
Wait.
did.
Hold up. What was that last bit you said again? Gave up his pendant? Oh my. Just pulls out the pendant from his own shirt and looks at it.
That
Might
does
I be
appear to
given
be a
special-
paladin's pendant, yes.
Might I be given permission to chat with him?
You are more than welcome to. The box is only closed because of his request. In his words, he cannot die, nor can he live. So the box need never open. However, I can open it at a whim if I so choose.
Thank you, sir.
He nods.
I'm going to step up and take a look inside the cage.
Cool. It is a solid block. And when he kind of waves his hand, you can see that the stone kind of slowly starts opening. And by slowly, I mean like dust starts wailing off the stone as it cracks open. And it looks like interconnected blocks form into each other as they slide to the side. And then another set slides to the side, and then a third, and then a fourth, and then a fifth. This block is probably about 7 feet thick, and every foot is a different gate mechanism, basically, before it slowly slides open. It takes probably about 5 to 6 minutes just for it to open. And on the inside, you see a very tired-looking man. The same one that you saw 7 years ago before he left after giving you a pendant and saying that you can do better than him. So be the best that you can be and try your hardest.
And that's where we're gonna end it.
And that's where we're going to leave it off for tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
I was just gonna say, just like I'm just going to like tap on the bars, see if he looks up, just say over to him, "It's been a while, old friend."
Oh yeah, there's no bards, by the way. You just effectively after everything is
Solid
opened up, it's
stone.
just a sheer path towards him. But yeah, you can knock on the wall and he'll like look up at you, and he just looks tired. But that is where we're going to leave off, ladies and gentlemen. We're meant to leave off about 20 minutes ago, but we're going to see what happens next time as Ellie continues to probably converse with the king. Rowena and Averin having a interesting conversation next episode. Oliver gets to meet his old friend once again. And Bill, I have no idea what you're going to do.
Bill's gonna be Bill.
Yeah, he's also going to be paying close attention because he's met another one of the paladins.
Mm-hmm.
This is the second paladin he's seeing. Bill's mentality is he heard the paladin was in the box and he just walked over there immediately. He's going to be focusing on the Oliver conversation the entire time.
All right, cool.
Arena's focused on Averin.
Oh, yeah. So if you guys are interested in watching the next episode of this, feel free to come by. I believe next week we're good. Yes, next week to see the insanity that has come about for this. This, for Oliver, has literally been I think 46 episode long adventure to get to this backstory point. So been a very long grind, but it's been a good one. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. We'll be doing this again next week at 7 p.m. PST, all the way up to about 10 p.m. PST, depending on whether or not y'all do some stunning fucking moves like y'all pulled 20 minutes ago with fucking Rowena. God damn. But we'll be trying to pop off about 10 next time. And then on the 11th, we're not going to be doing any episodes because we're going to a convention. We're going to be going to the Free Northwest convention. So if you guys are there, feel free to let us know. We always like seeing people. And again, thank you to our patron, or Patreon. Let me get his full name real quick. Hold on. Did I go too far? I think I went too far. Oh, there it is. Pastry Boy Fritter for being part of our community and our Patreon. If you guys want to get shout outs as well, feel free to go check out that link tree. Go check out our Patreon, or just join our Discord and you guys can see when we do awesome stuff. And as I mentioned earlier, for 100 followers, we're going to be doing a stream on the 8th of August where we're going to be playing some Gmod. Oh my god, what's it called? Was it Prop Hunt? And just gonna have a lot of fun for about 2 hours or so. So we'll see all of you guys then. Bye.
Bye.
Have a good one.